Okay, well, it's showing that the audio it's showing that the audio is working today. Listen, last week I didn't realize it wasn't working, the mic, because it still was showing my voice working and everything, but the mic wasn't working in OBS. So I didn't know for a full week because I was just like really busy with other stuff. So I was just like, I'm just gonna stream and then worry about like the videos at the end of the week. And then the end of the week came and there was no audio from my mic recorded. So I was just a little bit miffed about the whole situation. Anyway, I guess it was 2 weeks now. I guess it was 2 weeks now. Anyway, it was fun. I've edited all those videos. I've shortened them down and put proper audio back on them, and now they're getting posted starting today at like 3 p.m. Eastern time. They're going to be started posting back on YouTube, so all the videos will be back. But either way, um, I wanted to do some longer videos because I like the last time I just did a whole bunch of like shorter videos for like 2 weeks. I wanted to do something longer. I've been getting the itch to play some farm sims. Listen, I love farm sims. I love farm simulators. I love like sims. I love games where you could just like create a little farm and do stuff. Listen, I'm not good at the whole customization of farm like decorating, but I love farm sims. I I had a craving for some farm sims. So we're playing Stardew Valley today. I had a collab going on with Core. Core's not as into it. She's kind of been tired of the whole streaming thing. She's been trying to motivate herself. They've been trying to motivate themselves to stream a bit more. Their little Minecraft thing, but they're just like meh. They've been more obsessed with some books that they've been reading, so that's what they've been doing. So that and like learning how to like build iron farms and stuff like that, but they haven't really been focused on playing. So I started my own like little game, and I'm gonna make sure that I have the audio on this time because I keep forgetting audio. I keep forgetting audio. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna actually play the game. We're gonna actually play the game, and let's see. I can hear the audio in my game, so I'm hoping it works for yours. You know what? Let me just check. Let me just check if it's actually working. I'm assuming it works. I might have to look at Twitch in an hour and just check to make sure the audio is working, but it sounds like the audio is working. So I'm going to assume it's working. I didn't properly test this beforehand because I had a lot to do this morning, but I'm going to test it like a little bit after, like just check the stream and make sure it's working. But either way, we're just going to get in. We're going to play. And this is my old file that I have with Core. So I'm not touching that. I already made a quick character. We're going to be doing the wilderness farm because I don't have much experience with that farm. So we're going to have a lot of monsters on there. And I also set it so that the bundles are remixed and the items that you get in the mine are remixed because I do love the mines. Like, I just wanted it to be a little bit more varied. It's kind of cute. Like I did a skirt so I could separate it a little bit more from the other character because like they both have like the yellow and green overall look going on, and I also gave myself darker hair. I just wanted to make sure that they didn't look too much alike. I wanted to make sure they didn't look too much alike, but I'm not gonna read all of this. I'm just gonna like tell you what like the goals are. I can cultivate and harvest a parsnip, and then I can greet all the people. We're gonna do that today, and because Core isn't here, I could do this without worrying about anything. I had like a bunch of save files on here and I forgot to delete them. Like it was me and a friend, because I had a friend that came over for like a little bit, for a few months, and they were visiting, and I forgot to delete their stuff after they left. Because they forgot their like laptop and stuff, so I was just letting them play on my thing. So, but it's fine. It's fine. I told them what happened. I told them that it popped up on stream for like a few seconds. It's not a big deal. And I don't really care if people find out what my name is. So like, well, what are you gonna do? Anyway. My human name, my flesh sona, my alternate reality self. I don't really care. Like, but we're gonna go ahead. Go. I'm gonna stop for a second and retrain my thoughts because I get way too overstimulated when I talk. But we're gonna make a chest, and we're gonna put it right here, and then we're gonna put some stuff in it. So today we're going to be more focused on like just getting the basic setup for the farm. I'm not going to actually plant anything besides the turnips today. I could do tulips, but I think really I need to just focus in on getting the bare minimum down. I think that's more important. So I'm just going to carry these things around to like help me like move around the farm a little bit more. Because there is some stuff up here you can collect and like get out of the way. And then there's a few areas in the town itself that need to be cleared off. So I just want to make sure I have the tools with me to clear it off. Like the town itself, and then the forest also needs to be cleared off. Which the forest I'm not as worried about. Usually the way I do it is like every 4 days I do the proper foraging. And then everything after that, it's just like kind of a mixed day. I just do whatever. We'll probably end up doing a lot of mining for the first like month or two or so. I need to listen. My controller I might accidentally hit the control stick and the I don't know if I forgot the hoe. It's fine. We don't have to worry about the bugs right now. I can always come back and get them. It's not like the bugs disappear like overnight, and I do have to come back here. But over here's like a little bit. But I'm just gonna clear that. Yeah, I don't know why the controller. I don't know if the cursor's actually showing when I'm pushing the buttons or not, or when I'm hitting the stick. So I'm just gonna have to keep moving that because I don't have this on full screen. Like I even if I had the money to get like a second monitor or whatever, I don't have the space for it. Like I'm basically just in a little corner of the room and there's no space for like a second monitor, so I'm having to look at all the things all in one like single screen. So like I think that kind of messes up with everything. I'm going to put everything right now just into my chest. Just for now. We will eventually start selling more, but for now I'm just going to put it here. Cuz I don't think money's really necessary at the beginning. And hi, I don't know why you keep popping down here. Is there a way to turn off the cursor? Let me just see. Let's see. Controller style menus. I'm just looking really quickly. I don't think there is. Use hardware cursor. No, that just changes the mouse shape. Which, I mean, I think that's better for this. Because I don't want that big brown thing popping up. You know what? I might just use the mouse controller. It doesn't look like it actually pops up on stream. Because I've got it over the journal right now. It's not popping up. But, like, it helps me. So, I don't have to see it all so much. But, this is Gus. I might read some text sometime, but I'm not going to read all of it. Mayor Lewis, I'm Marnie. I'm not sure who I'm going to marry. I might try to seduce everybody to a degree. Because usually how I do this is I try to do like 100% of everything. At least to a certain point. Normally by the time I get to like the islands and stuff, I get kind of bored of the game. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll play long enough to really do a lot of island stuff. Like I'll attempt to do some island stuff, but it's not really a priority for me. We got the little things over here. Like I'm more focused on like completing the bundles and stuff, and then the other stuff is just extra. So like I keep saying I'm going to do a 100% run and get like perfection and stuff like that, but I don't know if I'll actually do it. Just kind of depends on how motivated I am by the end of this. Which I can get motivated. I can. But like after like a year or two down the line, I'm just kind of like, I could do something else. Now the plan is I'm going to be playing this for a couple of days in a row. So I'm thinking at least this week I'll be doing nothing but Stardew, but then maybe next week I start kind of tapering off and doing some extra stuff in between. Like, uh, I don't really know what the game is that I'm going to be playing along with this, but I don't want to just be like doing Stardew Valley all the time. But I'm kind of gauging just to see how long I can play this too, because like I play a lot of farming sims. And like I haven't been able to play them much because I've been streaming. I've been playing like other smaller games a lot and not really been able to touch farm games and anything like that. I haven't been able to touch the Sims either because of all this. So I've been really getting the itch to play them. But I kind of want to see how much I enjoy this and see how far I could go. Like today I plan on just doing like a like this week I'm just going to be doing the traditional 12 to like 4 o'clock, maybe a little bit longer if I'm really enjoying it. And if it really goes well, I might actually increase the number of hours that I'm playing the next time I come back. It kind of depends. So, well, we'll see. The idea is I would like to do like at least half of the season before the end of the day. Like that's usually how I do it. I usually try to do like somewhere between 10 to or like 2 weeks, 10 to 2 weeks, however it works. It kind of depends on how many. It really depends on the game itself because sometimes a game like I'm thinking Animal Parade. Animal Parade was a very long game. Anyway, this guy is going to take forever to like pop out. There's a chance it'll be tomorrow before I actually see him. But we're gonna go over here. But I know Animal Parade for the Wii, it could take 30 days, 30 minutes to complete a single day. A Wonderful Life also is the same way. But listen, I know a lot of people love Animal Parade, but like it's such a long freaking game. It's such a long freaking game. Listen, I want to swear, but I don't want to do it too quick. Like it's still pretty early in the stream. I'm giving myself a little bit more time before I say anything. But anyway, I usually get tired by fall. Like you could beat that game by the first day of fall, and by the time I do that, I'm just like, yeah, I'm done. I've done everything I need to do. I'm tired. There's like I've basically done everything that's necessary. I'm done with this game. I don't even care about the fucking kids. Anyway, um, that I didn't take long to like start swearing. Anyway, it's been near the 10-minute mark since I started streaming. It's fine. It's fine. I only needed to do 5. Um, but I I think my goal for this is not necessarily to have kids, because kids are kind of meh on this game. I already talked to you. Okay. I talked to the mom, I think. Listen, I'll check here in a minute, because I gotta find Penny, too. Oh, never mind. Let's see, who haven't I talked to? I think I haven't talked to Harvey. No, I talked to Harvey. Who am I missing? Elliot, Alex, Leah. Okay, well, I know where Leah is. I know where Alex is. Let me just grab these two before they run off. Just making sure I talk to her before she, like, bails. Okay, and I talked to Grandma. I don't know if I'll have time to get to Elliot. He's that one that I struggle to get. Hey, sometimes I don't even find Lewis the first day, but there's Elliot. I kinda like the idea of trying to seduce everybody, but I don't know if I will. I might just focus in on one person by the end of this. I'm not really focused on like flirting with any specific person, but I gotta talk to 3 people, it looks like. So Linus and Demetrius are not too big of a deal, but I'm gonna have to wait a little bit for Sebastian to pop out of his little man cave. Okay, and I forgot Pam. I completely forgot about her. I will be talking to Sam for a little bit. That one I do know. I did forget that there's some hidden stuff back here on this side of Joja Mart. I also didn't talk to this guy. I don't plan on doing the Joja stuff. Usually I do Joja runs because I like that option. But I'm not going to do a Joja run this time. That way I feel like I'm actually like putting in a little bit more effort, because I typically like to just try and like finish the game, so I can focus on more activities that I like cleaning up and stuff. I don't know what's here. Okay, there we go. I can't see. I like focusing on the actual farm and like doing stuff that I want to do rather than focusing on building bundles. So for that one just feels more catered to me. Cause like I don't want to just run around collecting very specific items in like the majority of my gameplay. Normally I'm just like, I want to build it the way I want to and do the things that I want to and not have to fish like as soon as possible. I hate fishing on here. Listen, fishing is like the thing I hate the most in in most of these games. In most of these games I just do not like fishing. And there's Sebastian. Where's your father? Where is your father? Your stepfather. Yeah, I gotta be more careful about that because Sebastian. Listen, I know he's a fictional character and stuff, but like he doesn't like a stepdad. He does not like stepdad. All right, so I've got it set up so that monsters will spawn in the nighttime, but we probably won't even have to worry about that for a little bit. I forgot about that one little worm spot, so I'm just gonna run back this way. I don't think they really start spawning until 8, but it's not going to be a big deal. Like, I think the more you run around, I'm not going to collect that worm over there. I'm not going to walk all the way over there to get it. Let me just make sure I've collected everybody. Okay, yeah. So those two you can't see until later. I pushed the wrong button. Oh, it was just a book. Okay. But that's everybody we can do now. The wizard will be after an event happens, and then the other one comes tomorrow. And then there's a few other characters that you can meet later. But as long as you're not moving around too much on your farm, you won't have to deal with the monsters too badly. There is like a few that spawn, and they can be a little bit annoying. Like there's some that just constantly respawn. I'm not too worried about them though. The only thing I'm really worried about tonight is making sure that these turnips are fixed properly, and that we water them. I do kind of like leaving that one spot up at the top up, so we don't have to, we don't have to worry about like getting stuck on anything. I usually put like a floor or something down. Like decorating usually is a winter thing for me, and mostly it's just like floors. Just floors to separate. Like I don't go really deeper than that, so like I'm not really too worried about it. I keep thinking this is the standard farm. It's not. It's a totally different farm. So if you see me getting a little confused, it's because I'm thinking of a different farm. It's because I'm thinking of like the standard or something. I want to say that I'm going to cut down every tree, but there are certain trees I'm going to focus on more. I kind of want to get rid of the pine more than like the other trees, because the other trees, well, see, we're already getting the seeds now, but I could shake the other trees to get more of those seeds. I feel like the other trees are harder to get because there's only one area where they spawn at naturally outside of like your farm. Just gonna pop that up. I know you can't see it because it's behind my head, but I just grabbed something and I'm a little tired, but that's okay. We're just gonna take the very long walk back. Behind me, I was just like looking over. You can see the little EX behind my head. And that's because I'm just checking to see how much energy I got. 0. So I'll probably have like a little low health tomorrow. But that's okay. I don't know how bad it does when you go to bed a little bit early. I completely forgot to check the TV, but like I normally don't even care about the TV unless there's like a big shopping thing or something going on. Or if I know there's like a berry season about to start. So I'm not too worried about it right now because I know it's about not about time. I'm gonna set the fire on. But like you can check the weather. It's gonna rain tomorrow. I think it usually rains on the third. I mean it's not necessary. It doesn't always happen. But I think the third is almost always a guaranteed. If it's not the third, it's the fourth. Like you're almost always guaranteed at least one of those days for it to rain. So we're just gonna do this. And then, hello there. Just got back from a fishing trip. You should come. Oh, goodness. You should come down to the beach sometime. I've got something for you. Willie. So Willie's got something for us down at the beach. I have I mentioned that I'm part of like a like I know a lot of people. The reason I am such a big farm person is because of my mom, right? But the reason I'm probably still big into like farm sims and stuff is because a lot of my friends online are like also farm sims. I'm in like a little farm sim group. So like they've kind of helped me keep the fire alive, so to speak. And like a lot of them I met through like I mean I wasn't part of the group, but one of my exes was. One of my exes was part of a group called Ushi no Tani, or like Fogu.net, which they're still active. They're not as active as they used to be. I think most people go to like Ranch Story now or a different like farm group to get their like information, or like just the Harvest Moon wiki or Story of Seasons wiki or whatever. They go to like directly to the wiki or the fandom pages now, or the Steam pages for like that sort of stuff. But there are some groups that are just dedicated to like Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons and like farm sims in general. So that's where I met my friends. That's where I met my buddies, and we still hang out and chat like through Discord and stuff. So I I I joined for like a week, and then I went to their Discord, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna just stick to Discord. I don't really care for the forums. I just rather hang out here. I don't think they're. It's not like a. I don't think it's like their official Ushi Discord. It's just like a group of like all the people that just hang out there. But like it's just kind of funny that that's how I met them all. It's just through that group, and I didn't even like hang out in the group. Like I just kind of said hi one day, and then just eventually they came back and got me. It was like, hey, because I think I think there was like a few years where I didn't talk to any of them, because I just talked to them that one week and then just disappeared. And then my ex invited me to the group, um, and they were like, hey, you used to be part of Ushi, right? And I was like, yeah, I was used to be part of it. And then they invited me, and I was like, well, I guess I'm here forever. Anyway, it's very fun. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool because there was like growing up, these kind of games didn't really exist. Like the only thing that you had was like Harvest Moon from Natsum, which uh I don't want to talk about like the whole like the whole Story of Seasons versus Natsum thing. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. People still think like Harvest Moon and like the Harvest Moon of today is still the same Harvest Moon as before. No, no, no. No, you're thinking of Story of Seasons. It's that whole thing is a mess. That whole like copyright and stuff is a mess. I need to play I don't hate like the Harvest Moon games of today, but they're definitely a lot different than the games that I grew up with. But the people who make Story of Seasons made pretty good remakes of them. So like I'm really especially A Wonderful Life, which I loved A Wonderful Life on the GameCube, but my god, getting like everything on that game is such it's such a pain. Like especially like the special items and equipment. Oh my god. At least with the new version of the game, it's a lot easier. It's such a pain in the earlier versions of the game. At one point I just gave up because it was just so much like min maxing and trying to get everything set up right and perfect. And now I don't have to worry about it as much. I could get most of it taken care of within like the first couple of weeks. But well, the first year or two I can get it mostly set up and just like keep maintaining it. But anyway, and there's actually guides to prove it, to give you ideas on how to do it, which there wasn't much. Listen, it's listen, I'm kind of rambling. I know, I'm rambling, but like there was so much weird stuff with the older games that like there was like that whole thing where like if you get all the like special secret objects that are in the ruins in the wonderful life, then you'll unlock the chihuahua and it'll become your pet at your house. And like other rumors like that never got confirmed or denied. And it like like we knew it didn't exist, but like like there were so many weird and unknown and like questionable rumors. I didn't want that chihuahua though. By golly, I did try to get it. It didn't end up becoming true though, and it definitely didn't come back. I kind of wished. I thought it would have been really funny if they brought it back, just made it real in the new game. But ah well. There's also like, and gosh, I wish I didn't delete it. I'm gonna have to refix it again before I actually play Harvest Moon Super Nintendo, like the original game, because I was looking up guides and there was not a accurate way to get gifts. Like they had gift guides. Like I looked everywhere for like an accurate gift guide for the Super Nintendo. None of them are accurate. I did create one at one point, but I had it on an older Tumblr that I eventually deleted. So now it doesn't exist. So I'm gonna have to recreate it. I'm gonna have to go through and create it again. But like it assumed that what the text was telling you was the truth in that game, and it might have been true for like the Japanese audience or something like that, but what it says in America is not true. Like Nina tells you that it's her favorite flower or whatever when you give her a flower. It's not. She just likes it. She doesn't love it. The person who loves it is Eve. So you're better off, like giving Nina flowers is good still, but Eve loves it. Eve's the one that actually loves the flowers. And there was a whole bunch of other complications with that game too. Like apparently Nina doesn't care for any of the perfume at the flower festival. Like you could give her any of them in any combination and she won't gain a heart afterwards, even if you dance with her. Well, I mean, I think you could dance with her after giving two and get a heart, but that would be the only way. Like I would have to do this list all over again. It's been a long time, but I learned a lot through that. But that game had so much like issues with like incorrect information, and I just need to go back and see if I can like re-study it. But I just haven't made the time to go and do it. Like I did start a game in preparation to go gather that information, and I haven't done it yet. Cause it was like at the end of like the last week I was here when I set that up, and I was just like, whenever I got the free time next week, I'm gonna do it. And then it never happened. and then it never happened. Everything that the video thing happened, and then I've been focused on that. But I do love farm sims. It's just like honestly maybe I should do like more farm sim stuff. Like I keep saying I want to do more farm sim stuff. Like I love these kind of games, but I don't want to be just farm sims. Does that make sense? Like I talked about it in an earlier stream, or maybe during the re-recording of Klonoa or some other game. But I like calling myself a cozy gamer. Not cozy. God, no. I like calling myself a casual gamer. Look, I feel old hearing the word cozy. Like, cozy just feels like an alternate version of casual to me. And I will stick by that, like, concern. Like, I don't understand the difference between cozy and casual, besides it just feeling like a softer version of it. That's the only thing I can really tell the difference between the two. And I will stick by that, like, question. I'll stick by my, like, concerns with that. Because I still don't know the difference between the two. But either way, I'm gonna go over here. And we're just gonna collect some of this. We'll just collect some of this. And again, I'm gonna focus on these because I could just shake all the other ones later. And I'm just gonna... I know you can't see it, but I can. I can see the little numbers on the side of the screen. And then the rest I'm just... Like, I could just go through and just, like, cut up as much weeds as I want to. But instead I'm going to spend... Because I kind of messed up yesterday. I messed up and I used up too much energy. I'm just going to do it like this. Because I know I'm getting seeds. And I kind of want to try and get as many of these seeds as possible. Like, if we run out of the pine, I'm not too worried. I can always chop more. But I do want to try and gather a few of these if I can. Like, I mean, if nothing else fails, I could just keep these trees for a little bit longer if there was a pine up here. Like, I don't know if I could just... I don't think I could just keep slapping this and another seed comes down. I don't think it's like Animal Crossing, which I've been playing that recently too. But, like the seeds aren't really necessary, but they're very useful in getting, like, forage, like, edibles. Like the seed treats and whatever it's called. They're really useful for that, and I forgot to go see Willie. But this, a field snack. But that's okay. I could talk to him today. Or wait, can I? I don't know if he actually is available on a rainy day, but either way, I could still visit him a different day. There's some stuff here. So I'll take care of that. Tomorrow's a foraging day anyway, so it's not a big deal. I've got options. And we got new little pine cone trees sprouting all over the place. Like, I'm trying to avoid most of the saplings, but, like, every so often they'll be, like, really close to, like, some grass or something, and I'm just going to cut them down because I don't care to, like, avoid them. Like, there'll be more that take their place. Like, I'm really trying, like, I really want to try and get the pine trees to go away. That way more of the other trees will grow instead. But it's not a big, devastating loss if that don't happen. Like eventually all the trees will be going bye-bye and I can replant. I'm just focusing on specific one. Bait and bobber. Fishing experience. I'm not worried about fishing experience. So, I don't really like fishing. It'll probably be the last thing I worry about. It will probably be the last thing I worry about in this game. So if you see me not fishing for a long period of time, it's because of that. Like, I would rather focus in on the mine than anything else, personally. Because the mine is just more fun. There's a lot more variables in there. There's a lot more things to collect and explore. And it just feels funner. It just feels funner. And I'd rather have fun. like fishing is just you sitting at the same spot over and over all day, every single day. And I'm just like, ugh. It's just a bit grindy to me. Like, I don't mind the occasional grind because we will have to eventually fish. But, like, I think we might be better off waiting until at least fall. That way I can focus on, like, getting more tool upgrades and, like, iron and copper and gold. And, like, materials that can actually help out the farm. I feel like that's more important to me right now. You know what? I'm going to do it from this side because I don't want it... Like, I know you can now have like everything like float to the top of the water, but I still don't like having it point toward the water. Like no, no, thank you. Let's see. We've still got a few over here. I don't think I can chop it all the way, but I can get like a little bit off of it. Yeah, that's all I could do. All right. We'll just do that. We'll just do that. But yeah, I don't really want to do two very big streams, two very long-term streams at once. Looks like I got the 300. There's like a area near Willie's. That's why I've been kind of waiting, is because I know about Willie's like big zone nearby, and it needs some wood to fix the bridge around it. That's why I kind of was like more focused on the trees these last few days. But I'm going to collect some stuff around here. And if we can't talk to Willie today, I got to forage anyway tomorrow, so it's not a big deal. I don't really care. I don't really care if they get mad. Like there is no negatives in this game, so like it's not like they can't. I'm already at 0 with everybody. The only one that I would be disappointed at with being like mad at me would be Sam, because I'm trying to build his up. That's the only person I worry about right now, because there's like a cutscene that only happens like in year 1, and I want to make sure to see that cutscene. But you have to do it before fall, like, well, I guess before winter of year 1. Yeah, yeah, you can be mad. I, but I want to make sure I see that cutscene, and even then, I'm still not too bothered if he sees me, like running around everywhere. Maybe running's not the best word. Running around. Running's what deers do. Anyway, okay, so you can talk to him with the thing. I'm not even going to use the fishing rod for the first month. And that's because there's like a special bonus you get for not fishing within your first month. Like you get free stuff by not fishing. And I'm going to utilize that because I hate fishing. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But that's okay. That's okay. I was basically done with the day anyway. I just wanted to like I kind of forgot I only had 1 HP, but that's all right. We're just going to take the nice slow route home. And we'll just sell. I was going to collect a few more things on the other side, but I guess we'll just go home. We're just too tired. Look how exhausted we are. It's how exhausted I feel most of the time. But I'm not I don't think we'll really talk or socialize much either until at least summer. Like spring is more focused for me on like making money, building up the farm, getting upgrades. That's my main purpose. That's my main focus like the first season. It's just like building everything up. And I know different people do different things differently, but that's kind of my major focus. Listen, maybe I'm more of a min-maxer. I don't know. I don't know. I think different people do different things. Like I know a lot of people really like the whole social aspects of these kind of games, and like I do too to a point. But I'd rather focus on making sure I have a farm that works. Like I could talk later. Anyway, she's so slow. It's cause she ain't got a cane like I do. If she had the cane, she'd have no problems. I like how big her feet are. Like without the skirt, her feet look so huge. I mean, with the skirt, like her legs are so tiny without the pants. All right. So let me just. I'm not going to use the book because all it does is give me fishing skill. There is a book trader that we can interact with later, and I'm probably just gonna. Well, okay. think I forgot the okay, there was nothing in the store. Okay. Not the store, the TV. That's okay. Anyway, I hope if there's people watching, I hope you're enjoying yourself. I hope you're having a good day. It's kind of cool here. I've been having to turn the air off. Like we have, I've mentioned before, we have 3 computers in this area, so I have to be a little bit careful because my hands cramp up very easy during like cold weather and stuff like that. They lock up. So especially if I'm playing with a keyboard. Like I'm using a controller now. It's not that big of a deal, but every so often they'll cramp up, and I've had to. There's been a few mornings where I've had to like put on the gloves, just like a pair of warm gloves, just to play or like use the keyboard and stuff because it just hurts so much. Ugh, I I love chronic pain. Anyway, uh, but I do enjoy like colder weather better than like warmer stuff because, God, I think I'd die with like summer all the time. Like summer just kills me. I don't know how people handle like the warm weather all the time. It just drives me insane. Just drives me insane. I don't know how people handle it. Anyway, I had to pause for a second. Hang on, cause like my Twitch popped up or something like that. Something kind of funky was showing on Twitch, so I had to check it out. So it might have been the browser. It might have been the browser that was kind of messed up. Listen, I only have the single screen, so I have to kind of flip and flop back and forth between everything. But I could just see, like, look how many like pine trees there are. I can literally just use these to like grab everything. There's just so gosh darn many, but there's only one singular space. And well, I mean, we got this tree. There's like a couple of spaces where you can find like the smaller things, like the maple and the oak, but they are so minuscule. So few and far between of those compared to like the pine that I feel a lot better just cutting down the pine first, especially this early in the game. Now later on, I don't care. I will chop down every tree that I can, but I'm just focusing in on certain ones. You can't cut down the trees in town, but you can cut down the trees. Oh, I forgot there was some like grass up there. I'm gonna have to take care of that someday. We'll take care of it when we can. When I think of it, it's not a big deal. One of the first things I want to set up, and we'll probably have to go back to the beach in a few minutes to take care of it, is I want to make some chests, and I want to put one at the beach. Whoop, that was a big jump. Because the inventory, especially right now, is really small, and I want to make sure that I have enough inventory space to carry anything. And if I don't have enough, I need to have some chests everywhere. But I usually keep one near the I keep one near the beach just in case I run out of space. And then I keep another one at the mines. I might even put one in the forest. But I don't, maybe near the wizards area. Maybe that would be a good spot. I don't know. I gotta figure out a spot that's like works like kind of easy to get access to everywhere. Maybe closer to my farm. I don't know. I'd have to think of that one. But those two areas I know are the places that I struggle to have like enough room for everything. So I try to make sure that there's enough like wood around for me to make a couple of chests for those. So I might focus in on that. We can do these, but well, I mean, I can't do that one right now. I can't do that when I don't have access to the mines. Can't do anything about that. But we'll come back to that in a minute. But you can see over here there's that one, I think it's an oak, and then we got these 3 right here, and then that's it. Oh wait, okay, never mind. There's 4 here, And then that's it. And then the rest are all at the forest. And that's it. That's all we got. Everything else is oak tree. So let me see. How much wood do I got? I've got 44. Let me just go ahead, cause it's early, and I could just go to bed as soon as I come back. I can go ahead and chop some trees down. You know what? I probably should have. I probably should have brought my my sickle. Probably should have brought that, but that's okay. We can still break things down by doing this. Looks like there's nothing up there that's of use. I mean, there's tons of trees here, but I was looking specifically for the pine. There we go. There's our pine. Listen, I don't really like using something besides a sickle for like the grass, but since I'm down here already, I'm gonna. But we'll just take care of all this. And then we'll go to the forest and the beach. There we go. Did that get me everything? No. Okay. Okay. I think I might just, like, chop down something that isn't... you know what? This one. Because I only need the one. Okay. So we'll just use that one. That one for now. And then we'll come back and do more later. And I'm gonna take my scythe with me. Because I want to make 2 chests. And I might move this one chest. I might move this one chest later. I'm not sure. I don't even know if I'll actually put it down. I'm just kind of thinking for right now. I'm just kind of using this for a thought. But we'll just check out. We'll check out how things look. Because, like, I know I get the minecarts. Not the minecarts, but the mine unlocked tomorrow. So I might just save the chest for tomorrow. The chest. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, but tomorrow's our first day at the mines. I think what we'll do is we'll do tomorrow, and we'll go to the mines, and then I'll take like a little quick break. Anyway, I don't really have items for this guy, but I can. Huh? Who's breaking stuff? Okay, well that's a sound when somebody's breaking something. I just don't know what the break was. I don't know who broke what. I don't know. If we pick up something randomly, we know what happened. Okay, and we got 2 ornamental fans, which if we have time, we can go and drop those off. Maybe we'll figure out like you can technically you could put anything down, right? Just about anything. The problem is if it's in a space where a person is supposed to be walking around, they will get mad and they'll break it. They'll get mad and they'll break it. You know what? It might pop up in the lost and found later because there is a lost and found box. So I don't know. I'm a little confused. I'm going to be honest. They could have broke. You know what? They could have broken some of the grass. Because if the grass has grown out that far, they could have broke it a little bit. But either way, we got a fan. I don't really know what to do with the other ancient like treasures and stuff like that. I usually keep them in collections. Like I know you can sell them. I forgot to put the chest down. I was too busy thinking about like that thing that was cracking. Like I wasn't the only one that heard that, right? It wasn't just me. I wasn't the only one that heard the breaking noise, right? Like it's totally possible it was just me that was hearing that. But oh well. Either way, we're not gonna think about that. We're not gonna think about that. And we're just gonna go back. over here. I'm just gonna drop this stuff off, and then we'll go down to the forest because it's not too big of a deal. And then we'll go to sleep afterwards. Might do. You know what? I might cut down some of the trees in the forest. I might do that. Because unlike the trees here, they never stop growing. If you cut a tree down, it will just get a new seed the next day, and it'll start growing again. Like the trees are a bit weird on here. The trees are a bit weird on here, but like there's literally nothing stopping you from just constantly growing trees over and over and over here and just using it for extra wood, which is part of the reason why I've been like more focused on the um the pine. It's because I know it's just going to keep coming back. So like what's the point of even worrying about like the other trees if I know I could just keep getting pine and just save the pine trees, like save the oak and like maple for something else later. Like that was my main idea. Like look at all this pine. Anyway, I'm just looking for like forageables first, and then we'll like start doing the choppy chop. Cause I'll only be able to get like one or two, maybe three trees. If you leave the stump behind, they won't grow back. I might leave the stumps for a little bit. Maybe just for a little bit. Because I want to try and have a whole bunch of them grow at once. Rather than like have some of them grow at one time and then have a whole bunch more grow at a later time or something like that. I don't know. I think you do get more wood just by chopping the tops off too. But it's no big deal either way. So besides those, like that one tree on the little island and then that one tree next to all those others, this is where all the other like maple and oak are in this area. So again, not much. Not much at all. I guess I got all the forageables the last time I was down here too, which I guess it was only like a day or two. Like these spring onions are kind of random. So like you can pick them all one day and then the next day they grow back again really quick, but it's not always. It's not always. I think you're probably safer planting the chests closer to your house or an area that you know isn't going to be touched by people. So like the secret woods, listen. You saw the log up at the top. That's a secret area. But it's not really secret because you can see the log. You know you can get over there once you get it unlocked. It's not that big of a secret. But once you could probably do it over there, but all that's over there is just that one single area. But I think maybe putting it near my house might be better. And I have enough wood for another chest. Also, I love how it's talking about like cutting down like everything under until we get to the root, and then I still just cut the whole daggone tree. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, you probably, how about like right here? Yeah. And I'll just leave it the same color. I'll just leave it the same color. There was a slime behind me and I didn't even realize it. And then I'll just shake these a couple of times just to see if anything spawns out of them. I think the more foraging you get, the more likely they are to produce something. I could be wrong. I think that's a thing though. Honestly, I'm not really sure about the seeds. I just know that like every time I see them, or like I have some spare time, I try to shake them. Like I'm not going to go around shaking every single one of them. And it's like I have monsters on here, but they're not really dangerous. So I'm just gonna save like the basic ones for now, and I'm going to sell like the bigger ones. Anything that is like silver or gold quality, I sell. Because we really need the space. Like eventually it'll probably request like specific like grades of stuff. But for right now, I'm not too worried about it. Hey look, our first parsnips. To our valued Joja Mart customers. Our team members have removed the landslide caused by our drilling operation near the mountain lake. I'd like to remind you that our drilling operation is entirely legal, pursuant to Initiative L61091 Joja Cool Amendment. Okay, but what do you mean you're making your own amendments? Why are you making your own amendments? Like, isn't the government supposed to be the one allowing this? I'm a little confused there. Responsible stewardship of the local environment is our top priority. We apologize for any inconvenience this accident may have caused. As always, we value your continued support and patronage. Like the only reason that Joja Cool had an amendment named after itself would be either it has like something in a government-based legal filing named after itself, or like it owns like a lot of land here, and so like this is like something in their own like little personal contract. Like, I'm a little confused there. It could be like a personal contract thing, but like how much land do you own here? How much land do you have access to here? Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. I'm going to sell like 5 of these. I sold the first gold, but we might switch that up later. I'm not going to plant anything back. I'm not going to plant anything back. Instead, I'm going to take a bunch of these. I'm going to make some field snacks. You know what? If I can get like a few more. Is this one? Yeah! See, this is another reason why I want to get these seeds going. I want to get more of these, like, forageables to turn into field snacks. This is another reason why I'm getting them down. See, this is what I'm talking about. Whole bunch of uses for these things. Anyway, I'm gonna... Well, first I'm gonna make a chest. And then, I don't think there's really anything else I need to bring with me, except the pick, and this food. The food will be staying up there. And I will probably make a few more chests later on, but it'll be more for, like, holding collectibles. Not really because of the... Not really out of necessity. So I'm just leaving that chest there because it's going to eventually be replaced with a sword. With a sword? I don't know why I like calling it a sword. Huh? Huh? Wait. Huh? 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 Okay. Chad, I think they cut down a tree. Why did they cut down the tree? I can't cut down the tree. I'm confused. Why did the tree go boom? Why did tree go boom? I'm confused. Why'd they take down the tree? I thought that tree's always been there. What moved the tree? I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to think about it. Like, I can't cut any of these trees down. Somebody else had to cut this tree down. Was it you? I don't know. The only people that go down there really are like Vincent and Harvey right now. Like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Why did they get rid of the tree? I don't think they've done that in other games that I've played. Why'd they cut down the tree? Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna be confused forever. Anyway, we got trash cookies. cookies from the trash. Listen, don't do this in real life. Just don't do this from real life. It's a game. It's a game. Nobody gets hurt in the game. But like maybe don't eat cookies from the trash in real life. Unless it's your own trash. And even then, maybe consider what else is in that trash can. I was just peering down into this old mine shaft. It's been abandoned for decades. Still, there's probably good ore down there. But a dark place, undisturbed for so long, I'm afraid ore isn't the only thing you'll find. Oh, don't worry, my farm's full of that stuff too. Here, take this. You might need it. Yeah, we got a sword! It's a little rusty, but it's a sword. Name's Marlin, by the way. I run the Adventurers Guild right outside. I'll keep my eye on you. Prove yourself, and I might think about making you a member. So one of the things I want to do first is A, get as far down into the mines as possible, and B, I want to get the bug sword. If you kill enough bugs of a specific type, you get a bug sword. I'm going to leave that one here for now. I might, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep the bread and then leave this in here for a while too. We'll eat the bread. But I think it's the flying bugs, and there's like a specific bug you gotta kill, basically. I want to kill that bug. I want to kill those bugs. And I think it's around level... Well, I mean, I think you can start seeing them around level 5, but you see them more commonly around level 10. But you can get a sword that's a lot stronger. And, like, it's not the best, but it is very good. So, like, killing these helps. And I'm not going to really worry about breaking all these rocks. I'm going to break the rocks with, like, some shinies in it. Like, special effects. And then, like, these smaller rocks. Like, if you see these, like, grayish ones, those always take 2 hits until you upgrade. And then it doesn't take as much. And they might actually be faster, especially when you're further down. But I want the ones with the little shiny bits in them. And then I break other things. And listen, I'm still a little bit, like, Harvest Moon brain, especially, like, the older games that have mines. Because in the older games, you weren't supposed to touch any of the areas around a wall. Like, if you tried to break a rock around a wall or, like, dig around a wall, it wouldn't actually get you a way down to the next floor at all. You had to do it everywhere else. So you'll probably see me every so often forget that this is not Harvest Moon, and I will ignore the walls for a little bit and then be like, oh yeah, I can hit the ones near the wall. The walls are safe in this game. They probably can hold a staircase. But yeah, that'll be a thing. That'll be a thing. It does, it like I'm remembering it now because I'm thinking about it. But this was a thing in the old games. And listen, I was debating on playing like instead of playing this game, I was debating on playing like Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town, or like the GBA version of Friends of Mineral Town, because I think listen, I don't think the Story of Seasons version of the game is bad, but I think the Game Boy Advance versions of the game are better for like a multitude of reasons. But like I think the Story of Season version is better for the most part, but I still have a lot of nostalgia and like preferences to the original. But we'll talk about that some other day. But I wanted to play that first, and then I was like, you know what? That's a very long game. That's like that's a lot. That's a lot of mining. Like there's a lot of mining in this one, but I'm talking about like mining like 200 floors down in a single day with your bare hands and like a couple of potions in your inventory. And I was just like, I don't know if I want to deal with that. In a like it's the mining on there is a lot more chaotic than here. Like here it actually feels fun, but like certain parts of the mining on the other game was like a lot more chaotic, and I was just like, I don't want to deal with that right now. I kind of want something a bit more like chill when it comes to like exploration and stuff like that. Like I kind of want to like suggest that it's more like it's trying to point towards where my mouse was. Excuse me. It's more like Skull Dungeon, I think. Like the desert dungeon on here, I would argue. Like you know how you're trying to get to floor 100 and floor 100 specifically? It's kind of like that. Also, you might notice that there's like these little torches. I'm gonna grab a couple. Because there is like a couple of areas later on that are like super dark. And I like having at least one or two with me. And it's more just in case I lose one or I have to drop it because of shiny things. Like I don't want to accidentally like I don't want to have none and then find a shiny. Or like be in an area that's super dark. So like the dark areas are usually right before the 40 floors down. So like 30th through 40th, 70th through 80th, and then 111th through 120th, because there's 120 floors here. So I'm also going to eat all the algae I see, because I just like there's so much other stuff that I need to get here that the algae is just kind of pointless right now, and there's so many other ways to get algae. I don't care. So like later on, algae is like super useful, but right now it's just kind of meh. Right now it's just kind of taking space. I'm hoping to find something that will give me a little mini bomb, so I can unlock the area to the side. When it comes to items, there is like certain items I'm more open to keeping than others. Like items that I can get a lot outside, I'm more likely to toss out. So like wood or the sap, the tree sap, I'll toss them out first. And then I'm more willing to get rid of things that are like super common, like the slime. Stone I'm even willing to get rid of if I need to. I prefer to keep bug meat if I can. I'm just gonna slap these around. I prefer to keep bug meat if I can, but sometimes I can't. I intentionally didn't buy anything today because I'm going to sell a bunch tonight. I'm going to sell a bunch tonight, and then we're going to see how much money we make tomorrow, and I'm going to buy certain things. There are certain items that I'm looking forward to most. Did I miss a... No, I didn't miss a staircase, but I did find it. Hey, we got some little rubber boots. Nice. And some of these boots give you immunity or defense. It's one or the other. Sometimes it's both. But this is pretty early on, so we're probably not going to see too much of that. The insects can also give you rice seeds. But I'm trying to wait until tomorrow for like any kind of seed growing. And also so I can unlock the first farming upgrade. Because you have to wait until you grow your first set of seeds before you do all that. And that's why I focused mostly on the parsnips. Because I knew I'd be making more money after that. I knew you were there. I knew one of them were you. You can give me a bomb though, so that's okay. Except this time, you didn't give me a bomb. I'm just gonna... I should have... brought more food. That's okay. I guess we're gonna just end today a little bit early. Unless somebody decides to be nice. Wait. I can't eat the thing. Okay. Okay, hang on. Hang on. We still got a solution. Oh, that ended up being a little bit better than I thought it would be. and ooh. I saw what else is over here. I'm gonna get rid of the crab because I want that. Like that's pretty good for like a starting weapon. Okay, well I can't break all the rocks. I've got 10 health. There's a purple rock here. I want to break that first thing. I want to break that first thing. And then I have nothing else. I have nothing else I can do. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back. And then I'm going to do this. And just empty out my pockets real quick. And then I'm going to go back in. Whoop, wrong way. Wrong way. I'm going to go back the other way. Okay. Ooh, leather boots. I thought these were randomized. I thought that's... Is that not what you get every single time? Maybe it's not random the first one. I don't know. Anyway, you can press A to get rid of the chest. But this gives me an extra defense and immunity. I'm going to keep the boots, but I'll probably leave them here. Because I plan on making like I plan on getting a dresser or something later on. But I'm going to leave this wood club here and keep this at the house. I think I'll keep the torches here too. But I do need these. I'm going to leave these here for now. I'm going to take the wood with me. I'm going to take these with me. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to take. Yeah. Okay. I got a little confused about the sword. I forgot. I had 2 swords now. I got 2 swords, but I'm going to have a whole bunch of donations for Gunther in the morning. And part of the reason why I'm doing a lot of the mining is because you can get a whole bunch of stuff for Gunther, and the more stuff you give to Gunther, the more likely you are to get free seeds. And the first pack of free seeds that you get are some cauliflower, and cauliflower is expensive. Cauliflower is so gosh darn expensive. So I wanted to try and make sure I get those seeds as soon as possible. You get 9 of them, and I try to get like 13, not 13, 15 of everything at a certain point. So I wanted to make sure I get these first. Anyway, I'm going to reorganize and then just kind of look. So we got those. I'm going to make sure I sell one of each of these. And then we could sell that. We can sell that and that and that. Well, I might not sell the materials yet because I need a little bit more material to sell. But then you know what, we could do one of each. Cuz I don't really need a lot of forage. You know what? I might keep the horseradish because you can turn that into extra seeds. There's one specific seasonal forage that you can use to make seeds of the other. So I'm going to keep those. But that's all I'm going to keep. That's the only one I'm going to keep for this season. But we're going to take a nap now. We're going to take a snooze. And we're going to see how much time it takes. How much money we made tonight. Yeah. We can make moss soup. We can make a cherry bomb. Not too bad. Not too bad. All things considered. But we're going to take a break right here. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to the bathroom. Oh, I don't even need a water. But we'll do that. We'll come back. We'll get some seeds. And I'll see you in a little bit. So, just in a minute. I'll be back. Well, I don't need to turn the other thing on right now. Hi! Hi, now we can turn it on. Listen. Listen. I'm trying to remember, okay? I'm trying not to rush. This is reminding me, I need to change the name of like my stream break and stream start because they're both start with the word stream, and I keep clicking each other. Keep clicking the one that I'm not supposed to click on. Anyway, we're done with that. We're done talking about that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, we're just gonna start the day off. And hey, we got a guy here. Hi there. Good morning. I noticed that you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. If you want to get the most out of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. Just so happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. Here, I want you to have them. That's some big old blueprints. Learn how to craft a furnace. The furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. When you smelt a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Okay, I'm heading home. Take it easy. I can skip these by using the select button. Or, I guess you call it the select button still? I don't know. But either way, it's the button, it's that little mini button on the left of your, the left and center. Either way. Dear Farmer Gnomesy, I'd like to apologize for joking about your grandpa's old cottage when we first met. It's really a nice little house. However, you might need some more space someday. That's where I can help. If you bring me some raw materials and pay a fee, I can expand your house. Continued on the next page. I'm so glad it tells me that. It's not like I got an arrow or anything to tell me that. The first expansion I offer includes a kitchen. With the kitchen, you'll be able to cook any recipe you've learned. Anyway, I hope you're starting to feel at home in Stardew Valley. Your local carpenter, Robin. So I got that, and then I see you've been exploring the old mine. You've got the adventurer spirit, that much I can tell. If you could slay 10 slimes, you've earned your place in my adventurers guild. Be careful, Marlin. Oh, and there's another, there's another one. I keep finding cool stuff, but my backpack is full. Does this sound like you? Well, Pierre's got you covered. Stop by Pierre's general store today and check out our affordable size 24 backpack. See you soon. I hope those straps are like big in size too. So I need to. Alright. So the plan is I'm going to be getting something very specific. And it requires me to have a very specific setup. But first, I'm going to have to make a scarecrow. I'm going to have to make a scarecrow. And then I'm going to have to place it down. So I'm going to place it down like right here. It might miss like a couple at the top, but basically this is going to be used to like collect some of the produce. Like keep away some of the Give me a second. It's going to help keep away the crows. Which we didn't have to deal with the crows yet. But we will someday. And that's what I want to prevent, is the crows. So now that we've taken care of all that, we could probably get a few more scarecrows later down the line. But I don't know how much money we're really going to be needing today. Or how many things that we're going to get. So I'm going to focus first on just buying. And then we'll see how much money we got left. Because I'm going to be focusing more on the expensive stuff first. So my main goal is to get green beans and cauliflower. Because green beans, you plant them down once and then you never have to plant them again. Alright? And then I'm also going to get some basic fertilizer down. I'm not going to actually set them off yet. Except in the green bean area. Because I know that one is something I'm going to make sure to get. I'm going to make sure I get that. We do have some like extra seeds too. We got these little mixed seeds, but I'm trying to get at least 15 of those before I do anything. But I kind of need like some extra wood before I set anything else down. Because I need an extra scarecrow and I have like another piece of coal to help me with that. So today might be more focused on like just setting up the farm. We'll see. And I'll just keep the algae for a little bit because if we have spare time, I will go into the mines and do a little bit. Like we might only do like 5. Like I like to try and do at least like 5-ish, 5-ish days, 5-ish floors at a time. Sometimes if I have like a whole day, I'll try to do 10. It kind of just depends on how things are going. But if I can at least go like a whole set of floors and get the elevator unlocked for that set of floors, then I'm doing good. But if I possibly can, I wouldn't mind getting the entire thing done by the end of, let me think. If we could get it done by like fall, that would be really good. You can do it if you just keep at it. You can get it all the way down to the you can get all the way down to floor 120 by fall. but it's very difficult. You have to really focus in just on the mining aspect. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might just focus on like specific floors for each season. I forgot to hit those. Sorry. See, I was going to go to Sam's, but I don't even know if he's going to be. I don't even know if he's going to be at his house and have his door open. So I want to get some bean seeds. I'm going to get 15. And now that things are open, I'm going to go over to what's his face, Gunther. I'm going to go to Gunther's place, and then we're going to give him some stuff, and hopefully it'll be stuff that gives me enough to get some cauliflower seeds, and then I can buy the rest of them, because I think he only gives you 9. Oh yeah, that should have been enough. There we go, 9 cauliflower seeds. There we go. That's all I needed. So we should have enough money to get the cauliflower seeds, but then we probably won't be able to get anything else. And I probably won't be buying anything else until after the festival. So there's a festival coming up, and I'm just looking. Okay, he wants a leek. I'm not touching that. There's a festival on the 13th called the Egg Festival. I want to save my money for that. I want to save my money for that because I'm just counting to make sure. You can get strawberry seeds that festival, and strawberry seeds are 100 each, but they make you a lot of money in return. So I want to make sure that I get as much out of that as possible. I want to make as much money out of that as possible. So we're going to just abuse the heck out of that system. Now, I'm going to leave. Now, most food is going to follow me into the mines, but the Joja Colas are going to stay here. They're going to stay here because I just want to make sure that I have something for Sam, honestly. I'm also going to leave the coal here because I need most of my coal at the other place, honestly. But I want to have a few over here so I can make some extra scarecrows. But either way, I'm going to have to use the mouse to make this a little bit easier. So there we go. If you're wondering why how I did that so fast, it's because I had a mouse. I'm mostly playing with the keyboard, but every so often I'll pull out the mouse and make it a little bit easier on myself. Anyway, I'm just going to use this algae to just kind of boost my energy and stuff. And we don't really have space for these items, but I don't really want to keep them here at the farm. So instead, I'm going to take them up to the mine, and I'm just going to leave them there because the mine area is just going to be mostly for mine stuff. So eventually, I'm going to add more chests to that area, and those chests will be dedicated more for like the minerals and like the ancient artifacts and stuff like that. So for right now, it's just like an everything chest that we got up there, but then we're going to get like at least 2 more just for the other stuff. And I did see a leak, but I'm not worried about that. It's not time yet, so we don't have to worry about it. We do have enough to make one of these. Actually, we can make 2. That's nice. I was gonna cook, but since we already have 2, I'm gonna go ahead and make 2, and then we'll get some cookies. So I was thinking that the big bugs come earlier than this, but I guess it's floor 10 that they start appearing. I thought they started appearing at floor 5. Like, this is really good because it has a lot of knockback. Like, technically, we probably have enough energy to, like, go through the whole thing. The main issue is that we don't have enough time. It's time that's more the issue here. Yeah, these are the bugs I was talking about. These and the blue ones are supposed to give me an item. So I have to go and collect a whole bunch of like copper anyway at the beginning, so it's not a big deal. I will probably be coming back and forth a lot here. I wish I wish my mouse would stop like telling me, "Hey, You need to come back here. You need to come back here. Anyway. But I do love how far it pushes these. The knockback is great. I'm going to keep getting a few more torches. Like, I might actually use some of these torches at the house. Just to help, like, keep everything lit up for a bit. Like, I don't necessarily need it, but it can be beneficial of a night. Like, I was doing this for when I was playing with my partner, because my partner's blind, I was collecting some for her. I was collecting some for them. But, I don't really need it myself, but I want to say, I want to be able to say that I decorated. I'm going to get rid of the stone. Like, stone is useful, but you can get so much stone later. Frick. You know what? The bug meat. See, this is why I also have the chest down. It's because it's so easy to get like a million different things, especially at the beginning. And then you don't have the room for it. Yeah, some of these weapons, by the way, have like multiple different things. They have like a little special attack or something like that. And I was just trying to see I could smack it like that. Anyway, is that just a different club? 906, 906. Okay, they do the same thing. Later on, you'll get clubs that have like different bonuses. Okay, I can enter the guild now. You know what? You know what? I don't really want to. I just got them, but maybe I'll get torches later. I have quite a bit. Maybe torches aren't that important right now. Like, we got 5. So, you will... Listen, this happens every so often, but sometimes I forget what floor I'm on. Or, like, forget to go to the next floor to unlock the elevator. And so sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm done with the floors. I can go back now. And then I forget to actually turn on the elevator. So, like right now I'm looking at it and I'm like... like, for a second there, I was like, I could go back now. I could go back now. And it's like, no, I can't. No, I can't, because I haven't set the elevator. But it will probably happen later on. I will probably try to, like, turn on the elevator and then be like, why isn't the elevator on? Oh, no. Oh, no. Consequences. I didn't look. Yeah, these guys will turn into the big bugs if you do too much damage to them. I'm assuming that hitting them counts just as much as hitting like a big flying bug for the achievement. Ooh, oh. I got an ancient seed. All right. All right. I don't think there's anything down there. I hope not. Like, I don't think I can break that. So I'm just going to go on. Like, ancient seeds are kind of difficult to get. Listen, I could have used the torch here. But, like, luckily the rocks are, like, big and strangely bright. The rocks are big and strangely brightly colored. Even the monsters are a little bioluminescent. What's going on here? Why do you have light? Oh, we got a yam. Okay, I don't really need the yam. I can use it for food, kind of like the algae. But you can use it for, like, free seeds later, I think. Like, if we had access to the seed maker, we could use it for, like, free seeds. But I have to get rid of the rocks again. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going down the floors. Floor 20 is going to be a nightmare. Not necessarily because it's bad, but because it's very long and windy. It's very long and it's very windy, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to try and do the ones up here. That way you can see better. It's not going to be in the areas that I can see, is it? It's not going to be up here, is it? It's not going to be up here, is it? Ah, okay. Alright. That's fine. That's okay. There we go. I was getting a little worried. Like, the idea is to try and explore these and get done before, I think it's 2 o'clock now. It used to be 1 o'clock you had until, like, everything got done. But now it's up to 2 p.m., 2 a.m. So you got a little bit more time to actually explore and stuff. But you do, like, lose a lot more health because of that. So, like, tomorrow I won't be able to explore as much. Like, I wouldn't mind that if it was a foraging day. But it's not a foraging day. There we go. I'm going to drop you for a second. Get some more yam in me. Like, most of the food here, you can just eat raw. Not all of it. But most of it. I'm kind of watching the clock a little bit. Because we're kind of getting there. I might have to leave a little bit early. We'll kind of see. Might have to leave at about 11, I'm thinking. Depends. Depends on how long it takes me to do this. Because we were late today. So. I think the bug... Listen, you can turn bug meat into, like, a thing that you can eat. But, like, it's not a lot of food. So I'm not too worried about... Okay, you know what? Maybe we can do it tonight. Oh my god. Do I really want to get rid of the seed? You know what? Quartz is pretty common in, like, every area, so I can get rid of that instead. Like, I don't want to get rid of any gemstone, but I feel like quartz is, like, the most... I'm getting rid of that. And now that I've seen where the door is, I'm going to try and go a little bit further. Because there could be some goodies. You know what? I'm just going to skip over a lot of this. I'm more focused on seeing what's in the middle section. Because every so often these chests have, like, something really good and valuable in them. Yeah, I do want some of that extra rice, too. Listen, I don't like getting rid of the chest, but, like, sometimes you gotta. Not the chest, the gemstones. Alright. Alright. Let's see, what am I got here? That ring. That ring is what I was looking for. And then some cave carrots, which... I don't care right now. The ring was actually what I was looking for. It was either going to be the glow ring or the magnet ring what I was looking for. So, I feel like that was worth it. Because that's going to make, like, the later floors a little bit easier with the light and stuff. So, it does suck how late it is. I am going to lose some energy, but that's okay. Because, like, we're already almost towards, like, floor 30. And I kind of really appreciate having that key, that little ring, as soon as possible. But We'll just go ahead and go. Listen, I'm not going to make it back at time. I just know it. So I'm just gonna take care of this. I'm just gonna take care of all this. I'm gonna get that thing over here. And it's a magnet ring. It's literally the other thing I wanted. Okay, you know what? You know what? It's not bad then. It's not bad. I got the things that I was looking for. This is smaller too, so it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let me see what things I wanted to keep. I want to take that with me. I don't care about that. I don't care about those. Are these okay? I need to take one of the, I didn't bring a quartz before. Okay. I don't need the bomb anymore. I need these. I need these. I could take that with me. I'm gonna put that in there. And I think that's it. And yeah, I passed out. I passed out right there. Right in the mines. Alright. I lost a little bit of money there, but it's okay. We don't have much money to begin with. And I can make bug steak now. I can make steaks out of bugs. Anyway, Queen of Sauce. Greetings, it is I, the Queen of Sauce, here to teach you a brand new mouth-watering recipe from my secret cookbook. This week's dish, stir fry. I'm not going to read the rest of that. Like, we're going to get a new one every single week. Or, not even every single week. It's like every few days, honestly. But, we've got all this stuff. I'm going to water. I'm going to take care of things. Someone dropped you off at the clinic last night. You passed out from exhaustion. You better take better care of yourself and go to bed at a reasonable hour. I billed you 19G. Oh, $19. Oh, man, there's. How's America feeling today? Anyway, with the prices like that in America, how are you feeling? Anyway, not 19G to cover your medical expenses. Dr. Harvey. Robin here. I know there's a lot of stone scattered around your farm. If you have a surplus, you might consider having me build a well for you. Wells can be placed all over your farm and serve as convenient places to refill your watering can. Just swing by my shop with 75 stone and 1,000 gold when you're ready for it. Robin. I think I called that G just a few minutes ago. Listen. Can I listen? I have stupid moments, right? For the longest time, I literally thought it was called G. It didn't even dawn on me for the longest time that they were calling it gold. I was just like, every time I'd see the word G, I was just like, oh, that's the actual term for it. It's not short for like gold or any other like currency name. It wasn't until later that I was like, oh wait, it's actually called gold? That's the actual term. That's the actual term for it. Anyway, I'm a silly. I am a silly. I kind of want to wait on this for a little bit and put these down later because I want to make sure that I have a scarecrow around. The ancient fruit though, is giving me ideas because you can have that like several seasons in a row. It's basically spring, summer, and fall. Like getting it so early is really exciting. I probably won't sell that many because I like the idea of eventually turning it into seeds. So we'll probably use it more for like collection and just keeping a stockpile of it for later. Because I could put that into a greenhouse or something later. That's what my main concern is. We're going to be going back into foraging mode tomorrow. So we're going to go back to the mines again one more time today. And then I wanted to see what time? 8 o'clock? Okay. So I could go in there. There we go. And he should give us the recipe and a seed. So now I can plant that seed. And that seed can grow in any season except winter. Winter is the only season it doesn't grow in. So I'm going to utilize that seed. I'm also going to utilize this algae because like right now it just wastes space. Like tomorrow I'm going to be using not only the day to forage, but I'm also going to use it to collect a whole bunch of extra wood so I can make some more chests, because I like to have like a couple of chests not only in the mines but also in the like farm for like seasonal items. So like one for spring, one for summer, one for fall, one for winter, and then maybe like some fishing chests later. Like I'm more worried about the mine and the farming areas right now, but like eventually we're just going to have so many different things that we're putting in like boxes and stuff, and I want to make sure that I have room for all of it. So that's going to be my main focus like tomorrow. But hopefully some trees have grown up by then too, because I think there's some trees in our farm that I've grown, and then there's probably some more outside of the farm that I've also grown. Anyway, I don't have a lot of stone, so I can't really plant anything new. I can't make any new furnaces, but I can take these cookies downstairs. I blew this up, but I didn't go any further into it last night because I passed out. I'm not going to try and say that. But that's the dwarf. We've unlocked the dwarf as a friend, but we can't really speak to him until we learn his language. So we gotta collect 4 scrolls. 4 dwarven scrolls to learn his language, which honestly, as somebody who is learning a language, the fact that we only need to collect 4 scrolls and then we just suddenly master it is pretty impressive. Like I'm trying to learn Spanish right now, and I'm just like, this is this seems so easy compared to like actual language learning. Anyway, I'm not gonna collect the torches now that I have like the glow ring. I don't need it. I don't need it. I think. Well, I mean, once we get to level 40, I'll probably come back to these floors for a little bit longer because I'm going to need some more extra resources. I'm going to definitely need a lot more copper because I think it needs about 5 of each copper in order to unlock like all the tool upgrades. Like it does get a little bit grindy. Let's like farm sims are kind of grindy. They're like RPGs in general. I think actually, if I'm thinking correctly, like the first like Harvest Moon, um, for Super Nintendo was just labeled an RPG because there was no other like game of its kind. It was just called RPG game. It was like a farming RPG. But either way, we're just gonna try and do a little bit of grinding in this area. My main focus at the start is to try and upgrade the. I want to try and upgrade the pickaxe first, so I can go further in the mines, and then I want to upgrade the axe so I can do more clearing of the area because there's a lot of stumps that I need to get rid of. We can't get rid of the big logs until we get like the iron upgrades, but then later on we can get that upgrade and do that. But the more we empty out the farm, the more stuff we can put on it, and the more we can decorate it with stuff that's actually useful. Like I listen. Most of the stuff that I put on my farm is just going to be useful and functional stuff. I don't. You're probably not going to see a lot of like cutesy like decorations from me. It's going to be like paths and like actual like buildings and like craft making things. Anyway, I do want to try and get all copper upgrades except the trash can. The trash can be upgraded, but all it does is like give you like bonus money every time you sell it. I'm not too worried about it. Like it'd be useful, definitely, to like be able to sell stuff every time you toss something down, but I'm not worried about it. I kind of want the seed. I kind of I it's not as valuable as like other stuff in my pocket right now. And we're getting so close to floor 30. I'd rather I'd rather gather other stuff. Like we have like the 30. I think we have 15 like mixed seeds. So we'll just focus on this. I I think I already said that I don't know who I'm going to marry. I keep saying I'm going to play a game where I marry Abigail, but I don't know if I'll marry Abigail or not. I think the only characters I've married so far are Emily, Sam, and Haley. Haley, yes, it was Haley. I want to say I married somebody else. Maru. Maru was the other one I married. I didn't like. I like Maru as a character, but I didn't like her as a spouse. I feel like that happens a lot more in games that I play than I think about. I know there's been other characters where it's just like I like you as a character, but now that we're married, I'm just kind of like, you're not that great. You're not that great of a spouse. You've changed too much. like it's kind of weird to think of that, but like there are certain games where it's just like you play them and you really enjoy their character and you marry them and you think they're going to be the best one, and then you marry them and then you're just like, why are you acting? Why do you act so different now that we're married? It feels very different now that we're married, and it's weird, and I don't like it. Like I like it when you had your like original personality. Now you're acting like so different, and I don't like it. Uh, Listen, my brain is immediately thinking of like Selfie from Room Factory Frontier. I love that character. She's a terrible bride though. She's a terrible bride. Like her personality just feels like it flips, and I'm just like, this doesn't feel like the character I married. This feels like a different woman. Listen, I love Room Factory Frontier. Room Factory Frontier is probably my favorite of the Room Factory series. I need to go back and like actually play through like every single game. I've only played like one. Besides that, in full, I only played like the original game in full and then Room Factory Frontier. I've always played the others, but I've never done it in full. You know what? Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that on the side and just like experience it. Except maybe not 4. 4 kind of intimidates me because of how long it is. That game's a long, long game, and I don't know if I'm ready to do that one. That's like 7 years plus, and that's not even including the time skips. But anyway, like I do love the games. It's just that I often get burned out like so far into it. And then I just get tired of it. You know what? I should play Tides of Destiny. I feel like that's different enough than the game that I'm currently playing right now. I kind of wish that those two games would like come back for like the Wii or the Switch. That way, man, I'm gonna have to buy like all the Rune Factory and like Harvest Moon games onto my Switch. Like because or at least on my Steam account, because like I can't just bring my mother's Wii and systems all the way over to my house when I'm over at Coors all the time. I can't do that. Like listen, I love my mother to death, but sometimes it's a pain having to constantly go back and forth between two different houses, especially when it comes to gameplay. Like I'll play a bunch of games over at their place and then I come over here and then it's like, well, I can't do the thing that I was doing over there. I have to do something else unless I bring the system or play on Steam. Like I can't touch my GameCube. I can't touch like half the stuff that's in her house because I can't just bring it over here. I don't think she'd care most of the time, but like I don't want to do that. I don't want to constantly be bringing systems back and forth over and over. Let's see. I don't really need the mushrooms right now. Listen, my mom is also like a big avid farm sim person. So like, they're probably the reason why I even got into these games in the first place, because they bought me the first game. They bought me Harvest Moon 64, which it's definitely my first. It's definitely still one of my favorite games, but it definitely shows its age. It definitely has a lot of translation errors, and like sometimes it seems kind of uncomfortable with some of the text it has. Like I'll have to play that one day. Like it's still one of my favorites, regardless of like the errors and stuff like that. Like it's definitely a thing of its time. It's definitely something of like historical value, because the text in there. Like if some people read it now, it's just like, oh, this is uncomfortable. But they were the ones that got me that. In fact, my mom was like the one that got me into gaming originally in the first place. My mom was the gamer. I didn't have a dad. But I did have an uncle who also played games, but it was more my aunt and my mom that were doing most of the gaming, because my mom, um, like the first couple of years that I was alive, chose to stay at home and take care of me, and my grandparents offered to help out and support that while she was taking care of me, because we lived at my grandparents' house, so they agreed that she should be around at least the first few years. So we got some support from them because of that. And then later on, um, she went to work, and I just started getting most of my. It was my grandparents that like took care of me most of the time when she wasn't around. But I do remember a lot of the time it was my mom and my aunt that were over, and they were the ones that did all the game playing. Like every so often, it'd be my uncle that would play, but he worked. He worked as a I don't know if it was an electrician. I think he worked mostly with satellites, so he helped like install satellites mostly. But he also did some like other like odd jobs, like as like electrical work and stuff like that. I know he's helped like fix like some plumbing and stuff like that. Listen, it's an Appalachian thing, I think, because like there's a lot of people here who do this kind of stuff where they just kind of have a bunch of odd and end jobs. So I don't know how common that is in like other areas. I don't know why I brought the beating stick. I don't know why I brought the beating stick. I'm talking and thinking at the same time, and I brought the beating stick. But either way, it's fine. It's fine. But it was the ladies in my house that played the games. So I'm just the next generation of gamer, the next generation of gaming people that were born female. Cause I'm not female. I'm non-binary. I'm genderless. So like I don't really care being called female, but like I'm not. Either way, um, I did have a couple of male cousins that also played games, but like we kind of got treated differently. Like I was allowed to play like Mario and certain other games, but I wasn't allowed to play the pew pew shoot shoot games. So like Mega Man was banned for me, even though like Mega Man does not seem that very violent. They were just like, oh, he's got a gun. You're not allowed to play that. My cousins were though, so I just enjoyed Mega Man over at their place. I couldn't really play it. I just had to watch and enjoy it while they were playing it and showing off for me. And it's just like, I really wish I could play this, but I guess I'm gonna have to just watch you show off instead. But you know, kids, right, kids. But the thing I do remember is my mom was fine with Mortal Kombat, and it still baffles me to this day. It's still like I remember I was talking to one of my cousins that I still hang out with a lot, and I was just like, why was my mom okay with Mortal Kombat but not Mega Man? And we were we were just so confused by that. He didn't even realize that I wasn't allowed to actually play Mega Man. Because like my cousins and I were like, God, I mean they were basically like my siblings for a while. Like the majority of my life growing up, they were basically like my little brothers. So because my aunt would come over a lot, and would just hang out with my mom and her mother, and they would just chill out on the porch a lot. So like every time I'd come home from school, they would be there. Every time it was the weekend, they'd be there. Like I don't know a day when I was younger where they weren't there. I think that lake despawned. I didn't know they despawned. Anyway, I'm not surprised, but I don't really notice when they despawn. Now I guess I do know when they despawn. Anyway, but my cousins and I used to hang out all the freaking time. Uh, Hi. Okay, it won't let me hit the button. Okay, listen, there's a lot of weird things going on in here. I'm just I'm gonna pretend I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm gonna take about 3 of these, and then one of these, and then one of these, and then one of these. You know what, I'm not gonna do these because I want to make sure that I sell these at the appropriate time. But I am gonna sell like a couple of the others because you do have a shipment bin that shows you like everything that's shipped. So I want to try and ship everything. I might have to look at a list later. But either way, my cousins were like another reason why I played a lot, but they were both younger than me. So I remember them being like 2 and 3. Like like I was the oldest, and then one of them was like 2 years younger than me, and then the other one was 4 years younger than me. So I had like the biggest say in everything. So uh hello. I'm assuming somebody came in. Hello. It's not showing any messages, and I don't know why. Although, I think it might be something with Streamlabs. Because today it's showing like an error, but nothing I'm doing is like making it work. Like I tried fixing it before we got on, before coming live, but I've tried resetting it and stuff, and Streamlabs is still not working properly. So I don't know. I might just turn Streamlabs off. Like the only thing that I really use Streamlabs for is like the only thing I use Streamlabs for is like the polls and the emote wall, which I don't think they've even been working lately. So I might just like remove Streamlabs just entirely. I don't know. I don't know how much it's actually useful. So like if you are in here and you're trying to send me a message and it's not working, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I really don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. But all I'm seeing is just like spam bot removal. If you are, you know what, we'll do a test. We'll do a test. If you do happen to see a, if you're trying to send me a message and it's not going through, and I can't see it, um, could you please send me a message through something like X or Blue Sky or even Tumblr? Like all of them share the same name. They all share the name Gnomesy the Lawn Gnome. But like if you happen to see this and you know that you've sent me a message, like by all means just let me know. Because I can't really tell if it's just Saribot getting activated and just going a little wild with the buttons or the announcements or whatever, or if there's actually a legitimate problem. Like I'm listen, I know 36 isn't old, but I don't know a lot about technology and a lot of stuff about this, so I've been getting help from friends when it comes to this technology stuff. So if there's a big mistake and there's something that I need to fix, I might not even be aware of it. I might not even be aware of it. But if I can at least figure out that there are people trying to contact me, I can at least try and see if there's a problem. I literally don't know right now. I literally don't know if there's an issue. But I'll see if I can get Streamlabs working later tonight, and if that works out, then we'll see. If it doesn't work out, I'll just remove Streamlabs, cause like I didn't know there was like some like issues with Streamlabs. I was watching like I think their name was like Phlox or something like that. They're a VTuber with like a robot on the side of them that can run Doom and stuff or something like that. And they were talking about some of the concerns that they had with Streamlabs, and I didn't even know that was a thing. And like, I mean, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing to use, but like I don't feel like I really use a lot of Streamlabs in the first place. So I'm just kind of curious about other options now. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I had poles set up and then the wall, but then I don't think I even used that really. But either way. We'll listen. Well, listen. I'll figure it out eventually. I'm very slow, but I do eventually sort things out. Like as I we'll see. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what my dumb little brain can do. Either way, we're almost done with like our foraging. We still got to go to the forest. So we're going to take a quick break. I just want to make sure that there isn't anything else to collect here. I'm just going to toss these like highly expensive leeks down. And then I'll just toss the did I put these in here and then just oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, we can do carrot seeds too. Which I forgot carrot seeds were a thing. We could do a little bit of that along with the mixed seeds because mixed seeds are just literally anything. And I wouldn't mind having like just a little set of mixed seeds at the very beginning and then probably just replacing them with something else later. Because some of those mixed seeds are going to be green beans. I could just guess that at least one of them is going to be a green bean. But I'm gonna put this over at the at Gunther's, and then we'll go to the other side and collect everything there. And then hopefully we'll have enough for a scarecrow. And then I'll probably take another little break, and then I'll see when I'm on the break. I'll see if there's like anything I can look up online about like, cause I keep hearing the beeps, like Seribot or like Twitch, something is beeping, and I don't know where it's coming from because I'm not seeing any messages. Like every so often I'll see Seribot catch somebody, but then I don't see anything else, so I'm a little confused. And I'm wondering, you know what? Maybe it's a Twitch thing. Because where Twitch is doing that rollout and getting rid of bots and stuff, it might be just Twitch. But again, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't know what really is going on. But we'll see. We'll see. Cause I do like talking to people on Twitch. It's just I I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Uh, when it comes to actual like working Twitch, like I got Streamlabs originally because I thought I had to because it kept like being like, hey, you should get this, and I got it, and it told me I looked at a whole bunch of things and I was like, you should do it like this, you should do it like that, and I was just like, okay, and I did that, and now I'm just like. I don't know how much of this I actually need and how much I should actually use. So like a lot of this is just me trying to experiment and do stuff. And a lot of it I'm not even using. So like I just gotta try and figure it all out now. And try to figure out how to make something that works. So we're just gonna I don't think there's really that much left except these onions, and I think I'll just cut down the trees around here instead of going back to the farm because I think I only need like one or two more scarecrows. I don't need a lot. I really don't need a lot. Cause even if we do like plant the seeds tonight, it'll probably be tomorrow before I actually water them. Honestly, I don't even think I'll water them tonight. But I do want to make the scarecrows, at least. It kind of just depends on how much health we got. So how much do we need for a scarecrow? 50. Okay. 50, and we've still got a lot of health. So, and we get about 25 per tree. So we should be fine. We should be fine. After this, I'm going to take another little break. Listen, I keep joking about how old I am, even though I'm not really old. I'm more like middle-aged. But listen, I have to go to the bathroom a lot. This thing cannot hold itself like it used to. So we'll just take care of that, and then we'll probably do like the regular farming and things tomorrow. No, not really regular farming and things tomorrow. More like regular mining and things tomorrow. We'll still do some farming because we really need to start like getting our farm set up. But most of the stuff that we farm is going to be after the festival. It's going to be after the festival. So I still do need some trees for the one area too. But we can worry about that a different day. You know what? I see some trees around here. Actually, hang on. I'm gonna pull these out, and then I'm gonna pull out the things I need for like a couple of scarecrows, right? And then I'm gonna clear out this area. I don't really like clearing out the grass necessarily, but I think I need to clear out a couple of these trees. And then tomorrow we'll plant like the actual like seeds. All right, we'll just do that. Okay, and some of it got into the water, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll only do 2, and then I'm going to make at least 1 chest, and I might have to cut some trees down tomorrow morning. I mostly kept that sword out in case, like, a slime came after us or something. But there we go. I'm going to take a break here, and when we come back, we'll do a little bit more. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Let me just check and see if there's any food. Nope. All right. I'll be right back. I'll be right back in just a little bit. See you then. Solved part of the problem at least? I think I solved part of the problem. Apparently it logged me out of Streamlabs. So now that I've fixed that, I'm guessing there was like a software update or something like that, so it logged me out. I fixed that and it's working now. So, but I still don't see anything. But it could have been that was triggering like fake alarms. I don't know. But if I still hear the alarms, I'm going to have to do some more investigations later. So we'll just see. We'll see how things go. But I'm gonna put all these up, and I'm going to have to try and make some chests for like this area. I'm gonna have to make a lot of chests just in general, but we're gonna focus today on just taking care of the crops, and then seeing if we can get to floor 30. Because I'd like to get to floor 30 before anything, not floor 30, for floor 40. Floor 40. Because that's when we start getting iron. I'd like to try and unlock that as soon as possible. So what I might do is go ahead and try and get like a few extra bits and pieces of wood. I kind of like to get rid of the oak first, because I feel like oak is less valuable than maple. Not super less valuable, but I feel like maple syrup and stuff is a lot more valuable than oak resin, especially later on when you can make like beehives and stuff. So I want to try and get a little bit of that, and I'm going to make 1 chest here and then 1 chest in the mine. So that was my plan. And then I'm just going to put the other chest in here, and I'm going to try and figure out how I'm going to set these up. I think we're going to set them up like this. Okay, So I'm just gonna. I think I could just do it like that. I don't even think I need to go any further than that, and I could save the other one for later. So what I want to do, I think I'll put my materials in the other chest. So like anything that isn't, I mean, I guess it could leave the tree seeds here. But like anything that's like wooden or, you know what, I'll put the tree seeds too. Um, that's used for crafting can go in there. Another tree seed. We'll put the books in there too because we don't really need it now. The trash can go in there. We could put the fish stuff. Anything else? I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough. Like later on we'll have to add more. But this works for now. So let me take a look at the seeds we got. I've got these. I've got these. Oh, yes. Okay. That's where the other scarecrow goes. Okay, so I want to... I don't really care about the bottom section. I care about this one. I just wanted to see what it looked like. Because this is what I wanted to do. And then we'll plant the other seeds down below. So there we go. That's all of our seeds. And we shouldn't even have to water the next batch of seeds. Because rice gets water really close by to it. We'll like put it right here. See, if you plant it really close, it doesn't need water, but I'll put it like right back there. And we might have to move it eventually, but that'll work fine. That'll work fine for now. So I want to get that, and that, and that. And I don't think I need anything else. We do need to work on that Joja Cola and stuff for Sam later on, but it's not a concern now. I think once we start working on once we finish getting the floors taken care of, we'll start worrying about like other stuff. And what I'm gonna do is that mixed seed one. I'll probably be using it as like mixed seeds and the carrots. So that'll be probably what it is for like the rest of the game. Just that one patch is just gonna be like an assortment of everything. Although I don't know if I'll be using any more mixed seeds because it's already so late in the year, and already so late in the season, I should say. I don't wanna use it too much when we're already so far in, because I don't wanna like wait too long and then have like a whole bunch of stuff growing that I can't really use. So I'm gonna put this right here, and then we're gonna just put like all the. Well, no, I mean these can go over there. Later on, we'll separate these into different chests. But for now, it's fine. Yeah, that'll work. I'm probably gonna have to use the cookies. And I'm gonna make this a nice fancy purple to show that it's fancy. It's fancy and elegant. And hopefully today we'll be able to... Oh, okay, yeah, you open really late. I forgot about that. I was gonna unlock that so I can, like, hang out with the guild people, but that's okay. Yeah, we're at floor 30 right now. I kind of forgot if we were at floor 25 or floor 30, but it's okay. Anyway, these floors don't have a lot to them, except a lot of rocks. And these little guys that kind of spawn in the middle of the darkness. Which, honestly, I'm just going to do this. Listen, other floors I would explore. These, I don't care. Oh, okay. It's noticing my mouse again. Like, there's... Like, every so often you'll find rocks like these, but a lot of times it's just a lot of rocks with nothing else to go to. And a whole lot of darkness. A whole lot of darkness. And I'm really grateful that I have that little glow ring with me. Otherwise, I would have to, like, constantly flip back and forth between using torches and not. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of these little suckers. You can get like a golem at your farm too. These are golems. They're stone golems. But you can also get them at your farm. It's like if I see a whole bunch of these, I'm gonna collect them, but other than that, I'm not gonna worry. Just actively trying to avoid that one. I don't think there's anything special for like killing a bunch of them. Like later on there's like achievements for like a bunch of them, but I don't think the golems are necessarily required for like a killing thing. They're just annoying. The bats, however, do give you stuff for killing them. Come here, batty. And we're gonna see a lot of bats later. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore you. Like, there's probably gonna be a couple of floors here and there that we're gonna have to break some rocks instead of just kill everything. I love how bright their eyes glow in the darkness. Like, we've been doing pretty good. I wonder if today is a lucky day. Because luck is a thing in this game. And luck can make it a lot easier to, like, get through floors. And this kind of feels like a lucky floor. Anyway, I think I'm going to go back before I go forward. So I could do some of this. And drop off some of this. And we'll have floor 40 done today. We might have it done pretty early if this keeps up. Hey, look, there's even some bugs here. There's even some bugs here. Alright, I'm gonna have to kill some things. I was trying to let it come down a little bit further so I could try and trigger it to hit a staircase, but I guess it didn't work. Ah, well. Listen, we could technically, like, there's nothing stopping you from going down further floors. You can. It just takes a lot more energy, and if you hit, like, a big rock, and you can't get past it, that's going to be very difficult to get around. There's still technically nothing stopping you, except maybe those rocks. If you hit those rocks, you probably have to go back and try a different day. But like, you can literally go through, and I might even test it out a couple of days just to prove it. But you don't need to upgrade your equipment, but it helps. Like really, the only equipment that you need to upgrade is like the freaking, what's it called? The sword. Which you get upgrades for the sword no matter what. There's a chest around here, or yeah, minecart. Like this floor, I knew right away what it was. I was like, I need to get my stuff before I leave. But like you could technically go through every single floor. It's just that the more floors you go down without any upgraded equipment, the more time and energy it's going to take. I wonder if there has been a person that's done like a low tool run. Like I don't know if it's really worth it. I don't know if it's really worth it. Like I feel like you're just kind of pushing yourself for no reason, but I bet it's a thing. I definitely wouldn't do it for a skull dungeon because that just seems like why. Okay, well I was just trying. I didn't even expect that one, but all right, all right, all right. Now it wants me to get to the bottom of the mine. So I'm just gonna drop these off. I'm gonna put some more stuff in the smelter, and then we're gonna go back and see what's in that cute little chest. Slingshot, yeah. That doesn't feel very random, but I guess is it more just Skull Dungeon? Maybe. Anyway, the slingshot just lets you shoot things with a stone. You can go pew pew with the stone. Now, it's not really that special. I got a ruby though. The ruby's kind of special. Do I have enough? I do not have enough to make another furnace, but we do have quite a bit of copper. I'm going to take that with me along with along with the leek and the cave carrots. I don't think I need to take anything else right now. Later on, we'll be selling a whole bunch of stuff, but for now, oh, I also have that coal. But that's okay. That's okay. I gotta go back anyway. But here's a whole list of things that we can eradicate in the mines. The more we eradicate, the more the number goes up. And when the number fills up, we can get a whole bunch of items for them. So the one I'm going to be focusing on first is the cave insects. We're almost done with that. I can literally go back in and probably do it. But we talked to this guy to get them. And then this guy sells us a whole bunch of stuff. The further you go down, the more stuff unlocks. I probably won't even be worried about the items in the store, except for maybe floor 80 and above. Below, I guess. Maybe at floor 80 or below, I might worry about it. So I was going to just go ahead and go back to the place and do the things. But if I am this close to getting that one item, I'm just going to go ahead and do it real quick. Like we're not gonna stay here and just like do all the floors. I'm just gonna collect some material and then kill some bugs. I might kill some dig dugs while I'm at it. Like the dig dug is like I keep calling them dig dugs. I don't know what they're actually called, but this is the little critters that are in the floors, right? Which I'm noticing there is nothing spawning right now. Not even the flying insects are out. They know I'm coming for them. They know I'm coming for them. Okay, it's fine. I kind of got that little 7 up so I could tell, hey, you should probably eat. You should probably eat. You should probably prepare. We're going to prepare then. We're going to prepare. We're going to get ready. I was hoping for more bugs. Like, the slimes are good too, because you got to kill 1,000 of them. They've got the biggest hit list. Like, oh my god, they got a huge list of things to kill. But, bug? Bug? Any bug? I gotta kill a bunch of you too. So, there's one bug. There's also you. I'm just gonna take care of both of them at the same time. I don't think you count as bug. I think, like you're a bug, but I don't think you count as that bug. I think you count for a different thing. I think you just count as hard shell crab. Actually, do you actually count as a bug, or are you counting as a crab? I don't know. I guess you're not really a crab, are you? I mean, I guess you're not really a bug, are you, if you're a crab? Bug? Bug? Well, it wasn't enough. Okay, I'm gonna have to eat another one. Okay. Listen, I'm only doing this because I know it's gonna be like the last day I go for a little bit. And even then, I'm not gonna be using a lot of... I feel like this is the first day I've used like a lot of these materials. Like, it's almost time for like... it's almost time for salmonberry season. There's the Slayer go. There's the Slayer go. So that's what I was really looking forward. Let me just put that down for a second. Ooh, sword. Ooh, sword. I don't care about the hardwood right now. I mean, I could grab one. I could grab one. But I don't need the sword right now. Alright. Let me just see if there's anything else that's special real quick before I go. I'll probably use the rest of the energy when I'm outside. I see a chest, but... or a box. And that's it. Well, okay. I'm trying to get around... trying to get around the guys. Here, we'll do that. I don't need a lot of bug meat. And later on I'll be just getting tons and tons of bug meat, so it's not a big deal. So it's fine. Alright. We'll get that. Okay, this goes over there. I can... Ooh, I can make an iron. I'm gonna make an iron. Alright. Anything else I can put? Okay, I can take that with me. I can take that with me. I take that with me, and I take that with me. And then a few other things I take with me. But, this I go put here. This stays. This stays. And then this goes. And then the rest stays with me. Okay. There we go. That's all we need. Oh, I can't cut anything down here. I don't I don't I don't have my axe. It's alright. You know what? It's getting late anyway. So don't really need to do a lot. You know what? I got an idea. I got an idea. I got an idea on how to use this. Energy up. I need clay. Eventually I need clay. So I'm gonna get clay. Even if it's just one piece. I got 2 pieces, so we're good. Okay, I got clay. There's a silo. Silo, I think, needs clay. There's one object that you need in particular that needs clay, and you need like 10 pieces. So I'm just grabbing it really quick. I'm just grabbing it really quick. I don't think I still have enough. I think I'm going to have to get a little bit more, but it's a start. It's a starting point. Let me see. We'll put this here. We'll put these here. I'll put you over here and sell it. We haven't gotten the messages about like the things in town yet either, and I think it's mostly because I've been I've been ignoring the town and just been focusing on the mines and trying to get to level 40, but now I'm at level 40, so I can do stuff in the town now. But that's okay. It's all right. We're running a little bit late on like story, but it's fine. It says that we got it. Okay, it was a rerun. Okay. I guess in case you missed it the first time, it lets you have one rerun. It's a kitty. It's a kitty. Hello, Gnomesy. You see this cat here? He's so cute. I found it sitting outside the entrance to your farm. I think it's a stray. Poor little thing. It's so cute. I think it likes this place. Hey, do you think this farm could use a good cat? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not calling it Dudley. Oh my god, I'm calling it Safari. Because it looks like my cat, Safari. So I had to get it. I had to get it. It looks like my cat. It looks like my cat at home with my mother. I love that kitty. I love that little baby. I just want to squeeze it all the time. Oh, there we go. Kind of lost it for a bit. If you put the rice near the water, it grows faster too. That's why I wanted that second scarecrow. I did kind of forget that I had the rice. But that's okay. That's okay. When I was making the scarecrow, I kind of forgot that I had rice. That's okay. I need to check and see what days the maybe it's after the festival. Hey, look, there's my kitty. Maybe it's after the first festival that the berries come out. Either way, we should have plenty of time to like upgrade our foraging. Like our foraging is pretty high right now. Yeah, it's +3 axe efficiency. But I want to try and get it up a little bit higher so we can get more berries. Like the more foraging you have, the more berries you can collect during the berry season. So foraging is kind of a bit of a priority for me. But anyway, there's a food bowl somewhere. Oh, it's already filled for the day. Okay. Okay. I will probably forget about that food bowl, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forget a lot of things. I forget a lot of things. I'd forget my brain if it wasn't attached. But anyway, we'll probably be more focused on the cutting down trees today. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take that Joja Cola in case I see Sam, because you can give up to 2 gifts a week. So if I see him, I'm going to give it to him. I know Mondays and Fridays are guaranteed days that he's out working at Joja Mart. And then he goes on the weekends to the bar. So, like, I've got 4 chances to see him. It's Fridays and Saturdays he's at the bar. That's what I was waiting for. But I think I've skipped it. I think I skipped it a few days. Oh, hi there. What an eyesore. This is the Pelican Town Community Center, or what's left of it anyway. I hit my microphone. Oh no, my cord's attached to my mic. Hang on. There we go. It used to be the pride and joy of the town, always bustling with activity. Now just look at it. It's shameful. Have you considered repairing it? These days, the young folk would rather sit in front of the TV than engage with the community. I mean, that sounds like a... Listen to me, I sound like an old fool. Joja Corporation has been hounding me to sell them the land so they can turn it into a warehouse. Pelican Town could use the money, but there's something stopping me from selling it. I guess old-timers like me get attached to the relics of the past. Ah, well. If anyone buys a Joja Co. membership, I'm just going to go ahead and sell it. So all it takes is a single person buying a Joja Co. membership for you to just decide, screw it. Screw the community. I'm going to sell it. Anyway, listen, I'm going to have a ramble in a minute. Here, let's go inside. Listen, I got a thing to say about the... Listen, we'll get to it in a minute. I got a good ramble for this. What's this? I guess Vincent and Jazz must have been playing in here. Huh, I thought the young people didn't appreciate these kinds of buildings. Anyway, this place is even more dilapidated than I remember. Maybe you were too busy watching TV. Anyway. What? What's the matter? Are you ill? I might be a little sick from all the air. You saw something? I wouldn't be surprised if this place was full of rats. You're worrying me, Gnomesy. Look, I think I'm going to head home. I need some lunch. You don't really seem that concerned about this building. Hey, I'll keep this place unlocked from now on. Maybe you can help catch that rat if you have some extra time. You just... Alright. Strange. I'll have to come back and explore this building further. Anyway. So. I've talked last time in Klonoa. I talked last time in Klonoa about how I used to be an education major. Now I get to talk about how I was in human services, right? I was a human services major, and I've worked in... I did observations. Anyway, we get to see this, and it's a whole bunch of text. But I did observations in some, like, group services and stuff like that. I can't really talk about it because of HIPAA. I can talk about certain building situations, right? I think I could talk about the buildings, no problem. Anyway. Yeah, you can't really complain about people not coming to a building and enjoying the building when the building literally looks like shit. I'm just saying. Maybe people stopped coming because you didn't maintain the building. Like, you're literally an officer of, like, the government and stuff like that. How much funds did you put into that damn building? Like, listen, I'm saying this as somebody who's been in these facilities. Do you know how little money gets put into these? Listen. I know it's easy to point out and be like, But millions, but billions. A lot of that money doesn't actually get put into those places. You'd be surprised how little that money actually matters. A lot of that money, like, it sounds like a big lot of money going to these places, right? It sounds like a big ton of money going into these places. I don't care if you like me or not. Anyway, it sounds like a big ton of money, but it's going to things like building maintenance, paying off the bills, paying off electricity, feeding the people, keeping supplies, all sorts of things. Like, maybe they have like trip days, or maybe they do crafts or something like that. All sorts of different things. There are so many different things that are required to keep these buildings up and running, and especially for like community centers. Community centers need so much. Like, did you see how many different buildings there are? There's literally a kitchen in there. Do you know how much it costs to keep a kitchen up and running? Do you know how much food costs every single month in a kitchen? like like and that's not even counting the cost of like keeping the water on, keeping the power on. There's a boiler room in there. How bad is that boiler working? Anyway, I've got a lot of concerns about that. Maybe instead of asking the Junimals for help, maybe you should have talked to Robin and Clint. Like, it seems like they are actually looking for people to hire them. Anyway, I I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to say anything too I don't want to break HIPAA, but like, maybe instead of complaining about how nobody's coming in here and would prefer to watch TV, even though the kids are literally coming in there sneaking in to play while you're sitting on your ass watching TV. anyway, I'm done. I'm done. I've had my ramble. Oh, Anyway, these are summer seeds. listen, listen, I've seen stuff. I've seen stuff. Like, you don't know. Like, there's a lot of people who, like, say that they help the community, and there's a lot of people, like, if you're wanting to donate to like community services, or like even help out at a community center or anything like that, give them money. Money is literally money, and then like canned foods, or anything that is non-perishable. Anything like that is better than everything else. That is like the best damn thing. And give it to somebody that directly works in the building, not like somebody higher up. Like, holy shit. Like, I listen, I need to stop. Because, oh my god, I could just go on. Listen, maybe not directly to somebody that works in the building, but like, oh my god. You might actually get into trouble for that. Like, depending on how it works, they might not allow you to just pay off somebody directly that works in the building, but like oh, it's a pain sometimes. It's a pain sometimes how some of these facilities work. But like perishables, like non-perishable items are always beneficial to these groups. And then um like any kind of item that won't like deteriorate, or items that like are like a basic necessity, like toilet paper, or any kind of hygiene products, or anything that is like something that helps keep you clean, or helps you like take care of a house or something like that. Always necessary for like this kind of stuff. You'd be surprised how much those like are needed and wanted in these kinds of groups. Like, even in the homeless shelters. Especially in the homeless shelters. Listen, I haven't worked with a homeless shelter, but I have met people that have like worked in or lived in homeless shelters. I haven't done anything associated with homeless shelters, but I know people that have experienced that. And like, they need a lot. There's a reason you hear horror stories about like the sanitary issues in homeless shelters, is because they constantly struggle to get like basic necessities. Anyway, I'm gonna quit before I say something I regret. Okay. Anyway, Elliot, hi. You know what? I should marry you one day. Listen, I appreciate Elliot is a adult. Listen, that sounds kind of weird. I appreciate that he's an older, mature man. Why don't they do that for the women? Why don't we have an older, mature, attractive-looking woman? Listen, listen. There's been so many games where I've seen an older, attractive-looking woman in the game, and then I've been like, "Oh, you can marry her daughter, but not her." Oh, she's single, but she's not an option. Literally anybody else but her. I'm just. Listen, listen. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I have gray. Listen, I had grays. Listen, I had grays when I was 18, but like it's only gotten worse. I don't know if you can tell. I've got I've got a lot of gray. And while a lot of these characters are cute and stuff, I appreciate somebody that's got like a lot of silver hair. I appreciate me some silver foxes. Anyway, Hayden from Fields of Mystria. Anyway, Hayden, Hayden from Fields of Mystria. I. Oh my God. You don't know how much I appreciate you. Like, oh, not only do you got like some gray, not only are you like a macho manly man, like a himbo. God, you're a himbo too. You're a himbo. You're like you got that little dumb like happy personality. You got that little Kronk personality, and then you're also buff and sweet and got that silver fox thing going on. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, I'm gonna need that break here in about like 10 minutes. Oh, oh. But like we get them for the men, but why do we get them for the women? I want some. I, I want a milf. I want a milf. There's been so many milfs that could have been options, and then they never were. Instead, we get the priestess. We get the priestess who's chosen to abstain in like several games. I can think of at least like 2 games from Harvest Moon where a priestess was an option, and she's supposed to be a priestess. No, I can think of 3. I forgot Laura from Rune Factory Frontier, which she wasn't even a priestess in the beginning. Her father was the priest. And then she decided to go join a nunnery afterwards. And then she became the priestess, and I was just like, I liked you better before you became the nun. Now I feel uncomfortable. Why, why do you keep making marriageable priestesses? Why do you keep making the nuns marriage candidates, but you won't make them mommies? Why is daddy an option, but not mommy? I need I need to play Coral Island. I've heard that's got some good options. Like I have access to the game because my cousin or one of his friends has it through Steam Family Share, but I just haven't sat down and played it. I've seen some of the options there and they look very interesting, but like it's still like I feel like I haven't seen enough of the game to really say much to really know enough about it. Cornucopia is also another game that I really need to play. Cornucopia also looks very interesting. Anyway, I couldn't find Sam today, which is a bummer. But maybe I was too busy focusing on like focusing on talking about uh, a certain Fields of Mystria character. Anyway, I I own Fields of Mystria. I own it. I want to play it. I'm holding down until we get more like I want to actually see the marriages come into play. I've been holding down to see more development, but I was just like, as soon as I saw people playing it, as soon as I played the demo, let's be honest here, I played the demo and I was like, this is my kind of game. I'm going to get this. I don't care how long it takes. I'm playing it. Like I played the demo and I was like, I love this game. I love this game, and I don't regret buying the early access game like that because it's just so good. Anyway, I haven't played the full game, but I played like a little bit of it, and I was just like, yeah, I still firmly believe it. Anyway, we don't have the sickle out. We have the sword. We have the sword. Um, and I'm going to use it to get rid of all this grass because right now we don't really need to worry about the other thing. Like, we can bring the scythe out. I called it a sickle. Like, depending on what game it is, it's a sickle or a scythe. But The sickle will get you grass, and the sword will not. But because we can't really get the grass anyway until we get a silo, it's not a big deal. You cut the grass down and it'll turn into hay if you got a silo. But anyway, it looks like we got some foraging boost. I mean, I guess Shane on here counts as like an older man, right? But like I see him as like early 30s. Meanwhile, Hayden is like getting close to 40. At least in my brain, he feels like he's closer to 40. Like like they're both in my age group, but like I feel like Hayden's closer to me than Shane is. Does that make sense? Like listen. I never I haven't I haven't used the mods yet, but I keep saying I'm going to marry Linus to the game. I keep saying I'm going to have a Linus marriage one of these games. like like listen, I'm always attracted to like the characters that like are just unconventional. But then I also say I'm going to marry like everybody, then like end up like divorcing them and then marry Krobus in a game. Like just do like an everything game and then end up with like Krobus as like my roommate after doing everybody else. Just I don't. That will not be this game. That will not be this game. This game is just like more me just chilling and vibing, and just goofing off. Oh, I. You know what? I'm just silly. I'm just silly. Anyway, it's almost 3 o'clock. I think I'll do one more day. Maybe, or maybe I should take the break now. I don't know. I could go ahead and do one more day. I had plans on quitting around 4. We might go a little bit longer. We might go a little bit longer because I know the festival's coming up, so that'll take a bit longer. But that's fine. I'm actually enjoying myself. I mean, I enjoy myself most streams, but I don't feel burnt out this stream. I don't feel burnt out like I have been. So I feel like that's a good thing. My sources tell me you've been poking around inside the old community center. Why don't you pay me a visit? My chambers are west of the forest lake, in the stone tower. I may have information concerning your rat problem. M. Rasmodius, wizard. And also, I lost my favorite axe. If you find it, please return ASAP. I'm having a tough time without it. There's 250 G for it for whoever finds the thing. Alright. So there we go. We're going to meet the wizard today. And then we'll probably start the events for the bundle. I need to find out what bundles are available anyway. I might write them down after today and just keep them in a notebook because I don't want to keep constantly going back and forth through them. And that way I can keep like an idea of what I can scratch off the things that I don't need anymore. I don't know. I'll think of things. Like I'm gonna have trouble when I start like doing Robin stuff too, because I'm gonna be like, what do I need? Do I need this? Do I need that? I don't know anymore. I don't know right now. But we'll figure something out. We'll experiment. We'll explore. We'll figure things out together. We'll figure it out together. Anyway, well, tomorrow's a foraging day. Tomorrow is a foraging day. I'm going to make a couple of chests. And I'm going to put them over here. So this pink one right here is our spring chest. And then this is going to be our blue summer one. So all of our spring items are going to be here. The seeds are going to stay there for right now. But we're going to put our spring items in there. I think I might go into the mine today. Just today, because I need some stone, really. Like I kind of need the money to buy a backpack, honestly. But I think what we're gonna focus in on today is we're gonna try and get some stuff to like make our minds a little bit more interesting. Like, I would like to have a whole bunch of furnaces in there. So I'm going to try and keep as much stone as possible. Like, I might have to toss out some gemstones because of it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll just try to figure things out. I need copper no matter what. I need copper and coal no matter what. So, like, I feel like going to the mines is going to be beneficial no matter what. Like, I could do a day where I go to the iron area instead, but I think I want to focus in more on that, on this. And I'm going to start on floor 10. I'm going to start on floor 10 because I want to try and get some of those, like, smaller, like there's the dig dugs that I keep calling them. I keep calling them dig dug. And there's they're these little creatures that are underground, and you have to beat them up, and you have to, I think, beat up 30 of them. So I want to try and get that because this is the only area that they spawn in. I get really tired of my mouse just suddenly deciding, you know what, I want you to hit me. I want you to move the same way I'm moving. I want you to focus all your attention on me. I think what I'm gonna do the next time I come here, I think what I might do is just do like Stardew Valley 3 days a week and then something else the other, because I don't want to make it just constant Stardew. Like I feel like farm sims and just like casual games are going to be like my niche. I feel like that's my better niche. It's just talking through like cozy games. Like I don't I it's not that I don't like the games, but like I get overstimulated very easily with like more difficult stuff. And like every so often I like doing the challenges, but some days my brain just doesn't want to work and I need to do like more chill stuff. So I would prefer to just do like more casual playthroughs and more like relaxing experiences. Although I don't know if I myself am really an relaxing experience. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place, but I feel like that's just something I'm just gonna have to learn to just get better at and just kind of slow down. Cause like I know I've kind of gotten manic again. I don't even know if I can really call it manic. I keep calling it manic, but like I get overexcited. So like I do feel like I need to. So you know what? I'll talk about it since I'm here and I don't have really any other special topics to talk about, right? Um, I have bipolar disorder. I don't make it a secret. I've been pretty honest about it because I was afraid, especially when I first started, I was afraid that I would like get a little bit too stressed out and maybe have like a bad spell on stream. And I didn't want people to be like freaking out. And there's a lot of it I don't want to talk about like right now. But one of the type of bipolar I have is supposed to be more on the depressive side. And now that I've started streaming and I realize how much I laugh, I'm just like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that diagnosis is a little bit off. Because for a long time I didn't really, and part of it's just because I didn't interact with a lot of people. Or like when I do, I just let them do most of the interacting. But now that I'm talking and I'm doing like most of the interactions and I'm saying most of the things and I'm the one giggling most of the time and making the jokes and laughing at myself, I'm realizing maybe it is kind of not what I'm thinking. Anyway, I came here to get stone and I didn't get like much stone at all. I ended up getting other things, but that's okay. That's okay. I feel like there's a whole bunch of other things that are more important, like the copper. Like having a whole bunch of copper ore is more important than like anything else here. But my original diagnosis was that I definitely had the disorder, but because I wasn't showing many like hypo episodes, I wasn't showing any hyper episodes because the way bipolar works and is that there are two different versions of mania. There is hypo and hyper, and the ones that you usually see on TV are just like really exaggerated and extreme versions of hypermania. And it's not that they can't happen. It's not that those kinds of episodes don't happen, right? But oftentimes they're shown to a very extreme degree. Like most of the time those are like episodes that only happen on occasion or like during a severe duress. It's not like you say one little thing and then all of a sudden they're triggered or something like that and they start going into an episode or you know usually you have to like set them off and you have to set them off in a big way, right? It's not a constant like you have to be careful about everything. Monsters have a small chance to drop double loop. I've been ignoring most of the books because all they do is provide XP, but when they provide me with something like that, I'm going to take it. But the things with XP, I'd rather just trade them to the book vendor because I can get the XP myself. But then there's also Hypermania along with Hypomania, which kind of basically Hypermania is like the more intense ones. It's the one where you're like, I I feel like super excited and I need to go run a marathon even though my body is super tired. Or I I feel very jittery and I'm kind of feeling paranoid. Or I'm very angry and I feel like my entire body is boiling. Right? Not necessarily to the degree where you actually want to hurt somebody. It can. It can. But you're just feeling everything with such an intense state that you want to do stuff or you may act out because it's so extreme and you feel like you need to let it out, but it kind of varies for different people. And then hypomania is when you have either very low versions of hypermania, right? Or you have hypomania, which is a hypomania is basically like a very mild form of it. Like sure, you do have like little hyper spells here and there, but it's not to the degree where you feel like you need to run a marathon or you need to go out and you need to tell everybody every single thing in your life and just reveal all the secrets that you've been keeping because you just can't hold it in anymore. You need to let it all out. You need to be truthful. You need to be real or anything like that, or you become so paranoid of everything or anything like that. Like you get emotional, but it's not as intense. Instead, the bipolar 2 and hypomania is more focused on like the depressive episodes, and sometimes it looks like depression. It's difficult to separate the two, and that's what they thought it was for me. But like since I started the HIPAA group, I've noticed that I get a lot more manic than I really thought I was. I feel like I get a lot more hyper than I thought I was. I get a lot more paranoid and like irrational thought than I originally thought. So now I'm questioning whether I really do have hypomania or really it's hypermania. So I don't get to see my therapist for a while because there was like a situation in her personal life, so I had to wait a little bit. So, but I do have like people in my group that I could talk to about it if it gets to a certain extreme. I just it's just been a thing. I've been discovering a lot since stream. So and it's part of the reason why I've taken like such a slow like a little tiptoe towards this thing is because I knew it'd be kind of rough on me emotionally. I knew my brain would probably have some issues, but I didn't expect myself to be like, oh, maybe I need a re-diagnosis. Maybe I'm a little bit more manic than I thought I was. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Um, Not that there's anything wrong necessarily with any kind of like mental health diagnosis in general. Just sometimes you tend to get a little bit scatterbrained. Well, you know what? Honestly, sometimes I don't even know if half of this is like ADHD versus like just me going a little too stimmy in the brain, you know? So there's also that. There's also the whole I get stimmy a lot. I get brain stems. Anyway, sometimes brain goes loopy. And I don't know how much of that is just like the mania versus like something else. And I would have loved a diagnosis, but you know, things happen, but it's fine. One day I'll get that diagnosis. I might try to start the process again. Um because there's definitely something. Like I'm not necessarily mad because I like having these happy episodes is not a bad thing. Obviously, being happy and laughing this much is not a bad thing. But like sometimes I kind of freak myself out with how much I laugh, and like so like I don't know. Is this normal for normal people to like laugh so hard that you just kind of freak yourself out and you're just like, could you stop? Like, have you ever had to like hold like have you ever like held yourself and been like, oh my god, shut the fuck up? like, like is that a thing for normal people? Just been like you just see how excited and overstimulated you are, and you just get like really tingly and excited, and you just fidget a lot, and you're like, oh my god, just shut the fuck up. It's not that funny. It's not that silly. Just shut the fuck up. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna de-stim a little bit. And then when I come back, we'll do a little bit more. I think the festival's tomorrow, so we'll take care of the festival. We'll do a few more days, and then it should be about berry time too. I might, if I have to do the berries today, I might just do the berries all in one sitting. So we'll see. We'll see. But we'll see in a minute. All right. I finally remembered to change the name of like the stream stuff, the stream overlays, while I took the break. Anyway, we're gonna do our stuff, and then we're gonna forage. We're gonna do a foraging day. Tomorrow we're holding the egg festival in town square. You should arrive between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. if you'd like to attend. You won't want to miss the annual egg hunt. Mayor Woois. Woois? Woois? Who's Woois? Anyway. Oh dear. Anyway, I while I was gone, I was thinking to myself about what I was saying about like the differences between hypomanic and hypermanic episodes, and I realized I don't really know how to separate the difference between intense emotional outbursts and weak emotional outbursts and normal emotional outbursts. And I don't know if that's just me because I could like I have read stuff about this, you know? I've read it and I know there's like a point where things get intense, but it's not necessarily intense enough to like cause you to go on a shopping spree or cause harm to somebody, but it's still a problem. But I don't know myself how to tell the difference between a normal, like, regular feeling versus just that. I don't know the difference between manic feelings versus regular feelings. I guess the idea is like manic feelings are more common, so you're more unlikely, like you flip through them for a lot. So, for example, you flip between depressed and sad, or like several different emotions in a really fast time. I think that's like the main reason you're considered manic. And I had to stop for a minute because I started drooling again, because that's apparently a thing I do. I drool a lot. Anyway, just so full of water. But I was just thinking that, and the more I was thinking of it, I was just like, do I even know what normal feelings feel like? And the answer is no. I've been trying to, like, I feel like I know how to do it better, question mark, now compared to what I used to. Because used to I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Um, used to I didn't. I was really like, don't feel anything at all. Just always pretend to be happy. Um, because of things, because of trauma, because of shit. But now I'm trying to feel, and I still hate feeling certain things. I still listen. There's a reason I don't have a cry emote, but there's reasons for things, but I I still struggle to recognize emotions sometimes. Listen, I'm thinking of like a few like weird moments, like the dentist, like the dentist. I can picture that one pretty well. Um, I used to have like an intense fear of the dentist because of a situation when I was in kindergarten where they didn't properly numb my tooth and I was in excruciating pain during it. Listen, I hated this one specific dentist and I refused to go to the dentist in general for a long time because of them. I hated them so much. But I don't know if it was just because they numbed it so much that they couldn't numb it anymore or what happened, but after so long they just pulled the tooth anyway and I was just a wreck. And they were like, at the end, and I don't even know if this was supposed to be a joke or what, but at the end of me getting my tooth pulled, they were like, whoops, we pulled out the wrong tooth, time to do it again. And then they fucking did it again. And listen, I can laugh about it now. I was horrified. I was horrified. I swore to never go to a dentist again, and I didn't for like 20 freaking years. I I hated that dentist so much. Oh my god. How could you do that to a child? Anyway, I, whew, I hate dentists so much. But I finally went in like my mid 20s because of a very severe toothache, and I remember shaking a lot. I remember shaking so much. I shook so much, and I didn't understand why. Like I knew it was probably fear, but I didn't really feel scared. I was just like, this is a normal thing. Why am I shaking? And I thought it was the cold. I just kept insisting it was the cold, and I was just very cold. And they put something over me, and I still couldn't stop shaking. And I was just like, man, it must really be cold in here. And now that I'm thinking back on it, maybe I was just that scared. Because there's been other times where I've just done something that felt very intense, but I don't feel scared. And feelings are weird. Feelings are weird, and I don't know how to properly process them. I don't know how to I don't know how to fully process them. Anyway, apparently Sam is playing hooky from work today. He's playing hooky to skateboard, probably because of the festival tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know. I thought he worked on Fridays too. Ah, well, it'll be easy for me to go and pick him tomorrow. Let's see if they are. I gotta do some thinking real quick. I could sell one of these. We'll do that. That should be enough. Let me see. Is there anything else I could sell? Anything else that I got more than 3 of? I mean, I could sell that. And the iron. Yes. Perfect. Perfect, as like my cousin would sometimes say. Perfect. Alright, alright. I'm just trying to make sure I have 1,500 for tomorrow. I don't, like, I would like to get some other stuff, because they do have some cute little knickknacks. I nearly forgot the Joja Cola. Listen, I don't want to have to spend money if I don't have to. There's a good chance he won't even be there. I forgot about the ancient seed! It's fine. We'll take care of it when we come back. If I remember. If I don't, like, oh no, another day. Um, we've had that thing for how long now? I keep forgetting about the wizard, too. I just keep talking. But yeah, I'm realizing just how much I don't really know a lot about, like, my own feelings and other people's feelings. Like I can usually tell when somebody's having a really bad day. But a lot of times I just struggle with, like if I see angry face, I'm like, oh, he's mad. If I hear, like, intense voice, I'm like, oh, they're mad. Like, I can't separate anything beyond, like, good feeling versus bad feeling. So that, so, huh. I don't know. Anyway, this has been a very self self-awakening, I guess, sort of experience on stream, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how people are, like, able to be that in tune with others or, like, themselves. Cause I struggle with just, like, basic stuff. It feels like I struggle with basic stuff. Like, sometimes I don't even understand why I react the way I do sometimes. Like I did mention about laughing so hard that I get mad at myself. Like I said, it's not even a joke. Sometimes I actually do get mad because I'm laughing so hard, and I have literally gotten pissed at myself because I'm just like, why are you still laughing? Why are you laughing so damn much? It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Please shut the fuck up. It's not fucking funny. Anyway, oh, I, I mean, I mean, I guess, if that doesn't prove I have a issue, then I guess nothing does, huh? I don't know. I don't know. I'm at the point where I don't know anybody who doesn't struggle with some kind of issue. Honestly. And listen, I'm not saying that you're necessarily mentally ill, but I think everybody, like I don't think everybody is, like, mentally ill for, like, the entirety of their lives. Like I think my issues are going to be, like, pretty permanent at this point. But, like, I think everybody struggles with grief and trauma and has to deal with, like, some sort of mental health problem at certain points, like anxiety or depression or, like, emotional issues or something. But, like, I don't think none of that's necessarily a bad thing. That's not something that needs to be, like, shamed or, like, mocked. Like, that's just part of the human experience. Anyway, we're at the wizard now. I thought I'd stop here to make sure that I remembered it. Ah, come in. I am Rasmodius, seeker of the arcane truths, mediary between physical and ethereal. Spiritual girly, huh? Anyway, master of the seven elementals, keeper of the sacred You get the point. Yeah, spiritual girly. He doesn't even believe his own bullshit. Anyway, and you, Gnomesy, the one whose arrival I have long foreseen. He doesn't even believe it. Here, I'd like to show you something. Drugs? Behold! I mean, I don't think we should eat that. It's just a little apple creature. You've seen one before, haven't you? They call themselves the Junimos. Mysterious spirits, these ones. For some reason, they refuse to speak with me. I'm not sure why they've moved into the community center, but you have no reason to fear them. You found a golden scroll written in an unknown language? Most interesting. Stay here. I'm going to see for myself. I'll return shortly. Oh. Well. Yeah, I'm confused. Huh? You couldn't have come the way that you left? I found the note. The language is obscure, but I was able to decipher it. We, the Junimo, are happy to aid you. In return, we ask for gifts of the valley. If you are one with the forest, then you will see the true nature of the scroll. One with the forest. What do they mean? Do I want to make that joke here? So, sometimes a man loves a tree very, very much. Anyway. Come here. My cauldron is bubbling with ingredients from the forest. Baby fern, moss grub, caramel top toadstool. Can you smell it? Can you smell what the wizard is cooking? Here, drink up. Let the essence of the forest permeate your body. Yeah, pharmaceuticals. Homeotherapy. I don't want to say the D word too much. I don't have it labeled as it. I don't have it with that label. Anyway. Oh, yeah. We're gonna fuck a tree. Oh my god, I was kidding. I was kidding. I was kidding. I was kidding. I forgot this was how it looked. I forgot this was the image that popped up. You gain the power of force magic. Now you can decipher the true meaning of the Junipo scrolls. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm not alright. I didn't want to get in touch with nature like that. That's not what I meant. That was a joke. Please don't fuck the trees. I need a minute. Oh my god. I forgot that animation popped up. Listen, I normally just skip through all these images and cutscenes. I forgot. Oh, okay. We can now read the thing. Everything is fuzzy right now in my brain. I just feel like a little foggy. I'm okay. We can do the foraging bundle. We can do, well, we don't have moss yet. But it looks like these two are the only ones that's changed. So the mushrooms will be our issue. And then the ferns and the hops will be more like next season. Man, it is really blurry. It's just really blurry. Oh no. I just want to see what she's got, but I don't care. I think I might have laughed too hard just then. Anyway, we're now in touch with nature very intimately. I forgot if I even circled around. I know I went to that other part. My head hurts. I'm going to cut the trees down here. I'm just going to cut them down here. I'm oh, I'm never going around the wizard again. I'm never going around his cauldron again. Anyway, tomorrow's the Easter. Well, it's not Easter. It's the egg festival. But it's an Easter egg hunt basically. We're just gonna go around and collect Easter eggs. I I feel like crawling in a hole and dying. Not a tree hole. Hi, hi. Welcome, Hella Queen. I'm so glad you're here. I was afraid, like, Twitch was messing up earlier. We I hope you're having a wonderful day. Yeah, I'm having a pretty I'm having a pretty good day. We just got in touch with nature thanks to the wizard's potion. So now we can see like the bundles and stuff. I hope you're having a good day too. I hope you're having a good day too. I don't know how long you've been here, but I hope you're having a really good day. Anything? Oh, yeah. Anything interesting happened to you lately? Yeah. I I made a joke about doing something to a tree, and then a whole bunch of tree animations popped up in the game, and I panicked. So that was a thing. Like, I'm kind of regretting it now. You also have a good day. That's good. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm just trying to finish up all this. Oh, I also took a trip last week, and that's nice. That's nice. Yeah. You really like this game? I do too. I do too. I kind of I don't see the cutscenes that often, so I kind of forgot a lot of the things that they say and do. So I wasn't really expecting what was going to happen. So like normally I skip a lot of it. Any other games you like to play? Yeah. So I I do play a lot of farm sims, but I also like the Sims itself. I do love me some Sims. I also play some platformers. I've played quite a few different games on here. That's awesome. Yeah, thanks. Like I think I might be sticking more to like more casual games on here because it's easier for like I feel like I'm a little bit more invested today than I have. Much love your stream. Aw, thanks. That's very sweet of you. All right. I think we're finally getting to the bed. Any other interest besides the stream? Mm, I'm gonna put these down here because I just don't have the energy. Besides streaming, uh, well, I usually try to do some sewing, but I have like some chronic pain issues, and now that it's getting colder, I'm struggling a bit more. So, uh, I've been doing more gaming than actually like sewing and stuff like that. 'Cause like I can't hold the hoop without it like cramping my hands too much. And then I also have been like studying a language again. I've been trying to study Spanish. I don't really see myself doing. I don't see it as really good, but yeah. And I'm trying to motivate myself to read and write some more, but I've kind of held off on that. Like sometimes even like especially in the morning, like I have to use gloves to because it gets so cold to use the keyboard and controller sometimes. Oh, are you now? That's interesting. So I don't know if you checked my rules when you came into the chat, but we don't really do self promotions on here. And it's nothing personal, but there has been a few people on here that have popped in just to self promote. And I do appreciate you stopping by, but you can't really do that sort of thing here. It's nothing personal. It's just a thing. But we're no, I'd rather you not. Like, I'd rather not see your creations. I do appreciate you coming, but this is more like if you wanted to. Yeah, listen, I know you're saying that you're not promoting, But you came in here. Listen, I've heard this spiel like several times now, and I have to pause to talk about it. I've heard this spiel like several times in a row now. People come in here, they talk a little bit, and then they start talking about like their work as an artist or a VTuber and etc. And then they start talking about me coming to check out their Discord or their Twitter or whatever. And it's happened like 5 or 6 times now. I can't just do that for every single person that comes here, so I can't do it for you either. It's nothing personal. So I do appreciate you coming though, but you're going to have to find somebody else. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the stream and go back to doing stuff. So it is the day of the festival. I think we have our rice grown. I'm not sure yet, but it's a pretty simple day today. I might cut down a few trees before we go. And then we'll just go to the event because we really don't need to do much else. Like normally I block people for doing this sort of thing, and I don't even give them the chance to like hear me out or like even talk about my experiences. But like you seem pretty decent, so I'm just letting you know this is a thing. But this has happened so many times that I can't allow it for like anybody. So I don't know how many other streams actually allow this, but I'm pretty sure the majority don't. So anyway, I've gotten a little bit distracted now because of all that, but that's okay. So sometimes you have to have a little conversation, but I do have it written down in my chat rules when you first text, and maybe I should put it up closer to the top so people could see it better, and that's my fault because it is like further down in the bottom, and I know the festival's about to start, but I'm just trying to use up some of my energy. But I do have it further down at the bottom. I think I might need to push it up to the top because some people get confused. Like I'm all for people like showcasing art and stuff, but I can't just like let people come in and just like do that sort of thing. If you want to like showcase your stuff, you're free to like do it somewhere else. There's plenty of other places to do it. And you probably have better options. You probably have a better chance of doing it in those other places too. Anyway, we still need to give this to Robin. But it's not the right day. So I'm just going to sell all these. And then we're going to put these here. I didn't actually sell the seeds. I wasn't really thinking. I was just too busy talking, but you know, I had to have that conversation. It's been a long time, I think, since I've really had this conversation, to be quite honest. So I really appreciate that it's been this long since I've had this conversation. But I will adjust the rules so maybe people see it a little bit easier. Like I know some people won't look at it no matter what. They'll just come in, and I think Siri grabs them. But either way, searching for eggs is like going on a treasure hunt. My nose, allergies. Oh, I get that. I get that. We used to do a rotten egg toss. Mayor Lewis put it into that pretty quick. Eggs definitely have a place in the well-balanced diet. Oops, I think I should take off my doctor's hat for the time being. You have a hat? You have a hat? I don't see a hat. Anyway, the wizard comes the second year, I think. I know he comes to some festivals, but not all of them. I try to at least eat 3 eggs every single day. I need that protein for my legs. This festival is alright, but what I'm really looking forward to is the flower festival. Flower dance. What's everyone so happy about? Eggs. Why eggs? This festival has been a tradition for as long as I can remember. Tradition connects us with both the past and the future. It's comforting. That's really cute. Welcome to the Egg Festival. Compliments of my wonderful brood of hens. Egg, what a strange thing to eat. You're not wrong. Sometimes I'll hide an egg too well and no one finds it. Well, until summer rolls around. Then the hot air starts to bring out the rotten smell. Okay, and I've already talked to you. We're saving Lewis for last. Vincent loves this festival. It's a joy to see him so happy. I've been up since dawn coloring eggs. It's always my favorite part of the season. Depending on how many eggs you're coloring, you've been up a lot longer than Dawn. This fruit punch is unusually good. Taking breaks from work can make you more productive in the long run. I hope I can find some eggs before Vincent takes them all. When does the egg hunt start? I'm so excited! The children have been looking forward to this festival for weeks. I always look forward to these gatherings. It makes the valley feel like a real community. I hope everyone's enjoying the food. I've been cooking for days to get everything ready. Poached eggs, boiled eggs, fried eggs, deviled eggs, scrambled eggs, chocolate eggs, you name it. You made chocolate eggs? That's impressive. I hope there's like cream in it. Like Cadbury cream. I love Cadbury cream eggs. I put something nice into the punch. Oh, she spiked it. That's just between you and me, kid. Oh dear. We're we're associated with a criminal. Spring is a busy time of year, so it's nice to have a day off to catch up with friends. Abby's always loved the egg hunt ever since she was a tiny girl. Even with my bad leg, I never miss a town festival. Always good to try to be active, even when you're injured. Is there any more food? No one really talks to me. I just come for the deviled eggs. You can talk to Pierre too, but I'll get to him in a minute. Our hens have been working overtime to prepare for this festival. They deserve the best tonight. Bowls of sweet yellow corn. Alright, so there's a whole bunch of things that we can buy, but our main focus right now is getting 15 of these babies. 15 of these. And we're going to make a lot of money off of these things. And that just means we can't buy anything else, but hopefully we can buy them next year. Trying to get a way around, but I'm not doing very well. Anyway, you can't collect from the trash cans during festivals, sadly. Sadly, you can't. Hey, how'd you get back here? Don't touch anything. Touch. Touch. It won't let me press A and touch them, but you know. But like if you interact with like a trash can, it doesn't do anything. They've cleaned them out for the festival. Can't have trash at the festival. I mean, I guess it's like regular festivals where they clean everything out or have empty trash cans for everybody, and then it gets filled up at the end of the day. But anyway, do you think everybody's ready for the egg hunt festival? 1, 2, 3. Ready for the egg hunt yet? Yeah, I'm ready. My brain might not be, but I'm ready. So there's me, the oldest, and then Maru, Abigail, the kids, and Sam. Look at those kids, so excited. Calm down now, kiddos. You're going to need all your energy if you hope to find the most eggs to take home the exclusive prize. I got so excited, or like, got so focused on looking at the characters that I forgot to read the first text. Now, is everybody ready? Let the egg hunt begin. So, the next year, the eggs are in a different place. I'm just going to pick up the ones that I know from this year. And I try to get around 11 or 12 of them each time. It don't really matter. You know what? I got another little spiel for you. The reason I talked about Emily and her colored eggs is because I've talked about how I grew up with my grandparents. My mom and myself lived with my grandparents, and after a little bit of time of taking care of me by herself, with my grandparents' help, she went to work, and my grandparents took care of me, right? My grandpa owned a church, and my grandpa was like the preacher's wife, right? Obviously, so my grandpa was often out a lot, so I'd help my grandma out with a lot of like the preacher's wife duties and stuff like that. So we would have to take care of the eggs every single year for like the Easter egg hunt. That's a lot of eggs. like And that was just for like a small like 20 something church. Anyway, I'm not we're going to see this every single year, this text, so I'm not too worried about it. Like the other text changes, but not that. Anyway, we got a straw hat. But that's a lot of eggs you got to deal with every single year. Every single year, it's the same amount of eggs. And you know what? I probably should have prepared this more. I wasn't thinking. I should have had that other area set up, but that's okay. That's okay. I got distracted this time. We'll have it set up for tomorrow. I didn't have a lot of energy today either because I like got overexerted. But I know we would go through like about like a 24 pack of eggs. You know the 24 packs, those big old like cartons basically. Not even cartons. They were like uh pallets almost. They were like double the large size cartons. But anyway, we would go through like about 5 or 6 of them every single year, and we would have to get so much dye for them to like take care of all the kids. And it would take up to like 6 hours just for that. I can only imagine how much it is for like somebody working in like Stardew Valley. I can only imagine. That sounds like a lot. Anyway, I forgot to like put like some fertilizer on the stuff above, but that's not a big deal because like most of it's just like not special stuff, if that makes sense. There's nothing really special about it. Today we're gonna try and do some stuff around the farm. Actually, I don't know what we're gonna do today. We did the foraging. We did some mining. We might go back to the mine either today or tomorrow. We'll do one or the other. That way we kind of have like a little. I don't want to do the same thing twice in a row, but we did our foraging, and then yesterday was a thing. But I know the mines will have to stop and do a lot of foraging soon. And it is the last day I'll be playing. So let me check the Queen of Sauce. Like there should be a thing about, what's it called? What is it called? Living the life or something. It's like its own special thing, and it tells you when the salmonberry season starts. And it should be starting anytime soon. It should be starting anytime soon. So I kind of want to go to the mines now, because I know salmonberry season will start, and I will be doing like a lot of wood cutting then. So I'd rather focus on that rather than like deal with other stuff later on. I can also go deliver Robin her axe. So it gives me a couple of different things to do. I'm seeing what else I can do. I can use this in the mines to make another thing. See, I keep forgetting to bring the watering can up there. I will probably forget that a lot. I will eventually remember it once we start getting more like seeds and stuff planted, because I'll be able to see it. Because I usually try to plant them closer to where the cat is. That way I remember to like swing up there and water. But until we actually get those seeds planted up there, I won't remember a single blasted thing. Oh, I need to go to Robin. So I think we need to consider like getting some more money too. I might use some of the funds. I might consider some of the items that we have in the chest in the mine. I might consider selling some of them, because we do have an excess. Like, as long as I have a few like gemstones here and there, it's fine. Like, you don't need a lot. Especially this early in the game, you don't need a lot. And I only have one of these. So I can go ahead and make 2, but I can only use 1. Alright. So we got that. I still have to go to that one place too and get the sword. Let's see. Yeah, I could probably sell like a few of these and get some money. So I think tomorrow we'll just like sell a bunch of stuff. And I think today we'll do some mining. I'm gonna go back down here because I still want to try and get the dig dug stuff. And I'm trying to go to the areas where I know the little dig dug guys are, the little mole men are, and try to get some stuff from them. And then tomorrow, when we start the game back up on stream, because this I think will be the last day. I did say around like the halfway mark, about 2 weeks, we'd take a break. And this is about right. I feel this is the perfect time to do it. So we'll do it then. I did forget to bring food with me, but you know what? I don't really want to waste food on an area that I'm not really going to be in long. I am kind of bummed that I'm not, like, finding the staircase, though. It could be just a bad day. Like, I didn't miss it, right? I don't think I did. Oh, yeah, I did. I did. I did miss it. Okay. Well, I feel a little bit better. That guy's clearly, like, just a crab. You know what? I do need to break a lot of them, so... Like, they're not my priority, because they pop up in a lot of different places. I'm more looking for the moles. Because, like, I'm not gonna get all the, like, extermination things done, but I'd like to get, like, some of the more basic ones done. Because there's a lot of the skull dungeons and stuff like that, too. I don't care about them. Because that's really far off. And I don't even know if I am going to be playing that long. There we go. I don't even know if I'll be playing that long to even, like, concern myself with that. But let me go back to the Easter thing for a little bit. Because I mentioned, like, how hard it was to, like, take care of all those eggs. I also, along with actually helping to, like, get all the eggs sorted and colored every single year, which that was expensive. It took a long time. I also helped. I was the one that put all the eggs out, and we didn't really have a lot of space in the building itself. We had like a very small church, you know, one of those really small, like, rural community churches and stuff like that. We'll get rid of the bug meat. Stone's a bit more important than meat right now. Because I'll be getting sound very soon. But anyway, we had one of those really small churches. And I was the one that helped take care of a lot of the stuff regarding, like, putting all the eggs out. And so we had to do it outside because it was so small. Because all we had basically was a church area, a little small church area, a kitchen area and dining area, kitchen and dining area, and then we had a little small area for people to, like, do their classes in. It was like little Sunday school areas, right? That was it. That was all we had. And so they would have their little services and stuff, and I would sneak out and I would put all the toys out. I would put all the Easter stuff out for the kids. And one year I thought it'd be funny. I thought it'd be interesting to put it in my uncle's. I thought it'd be funny to put it in my uncle's. Listen, he's gone now. I can say it. He bless his heart. He passed away recently. But I put it inside the exhaust of his car. put because my brain looked at the exhaust and I was like, wow, that is a really big exhaust. It was a truck actually. It was a truck that he had bought a long time ago, and he had it for years. And I was just like, wow, I could fit a whole egg into that exhaust, and I could probably get it back out. So I tested it out. I couldn't get it back out. I couldn't get it back out, and so I said nothing. I said nothing. And I was just like, I hope everybody can find the eggs. I don't know where they could have all been to. And nobody knew about it until a week later. And then my folks came to me and was just like, did you know somebody stuck an egg up into your uncle's exhaust pipe? Hi, Mom, if you see this. Yeah, I did know about it. I think I actually told my mom after it happened, but nobody else in the family knew about it. Well, maybe not after it happened, but after the egg got caught, because like apparently it produced a really bad smell. Nobody, cause my thought, like my thought at the time was, well, gosh, my uncle lives on a big old hill. Surely when he goes up that big old hill with the weird curve, it'll slide right out, right? Even if my fingers can't get in there and reach it, it should slide out. It didn't slide out. It stayed in that thing for a week, and they got really confused when the smell started coming in. So they had to they had to take it to the garage. Anyway, I never told him that story. I never told him who did it. I think the only one that knew was my mother. Hi, Mom. I don't even know if you know. Listen, I always say hi, Mom, in case she does watch. I don't know if she actually does, but if she is, hi. You find out a lot about me, don't you? A lot about me from here. Listen, she probably see it more from like the street, the YouTube videos than this. But like, boy, she'd find out a lot. She gonna find out a lot of stuff. Um, Listen, most of the time, it's not even like a situation where I don't feel comfortable telling her. It's most of the time I just forget to tell her, and then it hits me on stream, and I'm just like, wait, did I even tell her about that? Did I even tell her this story? Did we even have this combo? And then later on, I talk about it, and I'm like, oh, I never did tell her that story. Whoops. Whoopsie. Anyway, we got 2 ancient seeds. Why do we keep getting ancient seeds? I mean, I'm not complaining. That just means I can actually sell some of these this week, this month, this year, this century. We'll sell the wood. I think we're going to leave soon. See, I appreciate all the bug goo, but I was kind of looking for the critters down below, under the ground. Not really you guys. Okay. Is there a dirt? Okay, I can't get to the dirt without like knocking myself out. Okay. Not without knocking myself out. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to knock ourselves out. So I can put that in there. Is there anything else that goes with me? The stone could stay. The stone could stay. And then everything else gets sold. You also stay. You also stay. Alright. And then I'm going to come over here. And I'm talking to you. Oh yeah, I get the hard hat too. I get a new hat. I'm not going to use the hard hat. But this one gives me 20 to 30 damage, so it's super useful. Like especially compared to the other sword. Like the other sword is only 9 to 16, which we're going to use at home. And we're going to leave the insect head here. Like, the insect head is probably going to be used for like the remainder of the, like at least until floor 80. Floor 80 we might be struggling a bit. Like, you could potentially use this for like the entire 120 floors now, but you don't need to. Either way, we're just going to go ahead, go home. I could plant some stuff, but I probably won't. I'll probably wait till tomorrow. I will keep the seeds in my pocket. In fact, I'm gonna put them over here so I don't accidentally get rid of them, because I want to sell all this. And then let me look at that copper. Let's see. We've got. Let me take a look at my tools too. I want to put these into the other section because I'm not using them right now. This is just my kind of everything box right now. But let me take a look. So we got. The scythe doesn't need upgraded. It gets a different way of upgrading. This one gets upgraded different. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I'm going to sell 7 of these. So we should have plenty of material and stuff to work with tomorrow. Alright. And I'll just do that. Yeah, alright. Alright. So I'll make some notes after today. Make some notes. But I think that's it. I will take a look around outside. Ooh, that's a lot of money. So today, when we come back, we're going to buy a bunch of seeds. And we're going to start prepping a whole bunch of stuff. Ooh, it's a rainy day, but let me take a look. Yeah, salmon berries. I'm kind of glad that we're taking a break today. I'm kind of glad. Salmon berry season's kind of tiresome. But I'll be reading all this and stuff again later. But the next time we come, I'll be prepping the farm out a little bit more. We'll be kind of reaching up towards that cat. We'll be starting to prepare for like a silo and other stuff. And hopefully we'll be getting an upgrade for our backpack soon. And then other upgrades like a pickaxe upgrade and other stuff. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed what you've seen, feel free to hit the follow button. I'm trying to get affiliate. And the sooner I get affiliate, the longer my stream videos can last on Twitch. Right now, I'm just trying to get up to 14 days because I'm only here every other week. So the weeks that I'm gone, I would like to have a little bit more retention on these videos before they disappear. But I'm also on YouTube. I put all my VODs on there. I want to try and do a few more things on there, but I'm still trying to figure out what it is that I want to do. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Until then, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.